पात्रपादयमाप्नोति धनाधर्मं तथा सुखम्. Education is the of humility. From humility comes worthiness. From worthiness one obtains wealth. Through wealth one attains righteousness. And from righteousness comes happiness. With this, a very good morning to one and all present over here, distinguished guests, visionaries of education, and learned scholars. Welcome to the pinnacle of educational excellence, the Education Conclave 2024, with the theme From Gurukul to AI, the evolution of teaching and learning, eloquently traces the journey of education from its ancient root to the groundbreaking technologies shaping the future. It is not only invites us to honor the wisdom of the past, but also compels us to embrace the transformative power of innovation in shaping the learning of tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, amidst the echoing halls of knowledge, we gather not just as individuals, but as ambassadors of innovation and progress. We are proud to announce that this momentous occasion is proudly hosted by the Army Institute of Education and is meticulously organized by the IQAC and Training and Placement Cell, AIE, ensuring an event of unparalleled excellence. And it is with immense pride and great humility that I, Jarashri, and I, Kiran Pradhan, student teachers and aspiring educators from the Army Institute of Education, extend a heartfelt welcome to all present over here. This moment is a profound honor as we welcome such a distinguished gathering of leaders, thinkers, and change makers to the Education Conclave 2024. As future teachers, we see this event not just as a meeting of minds, but as a celebration of the shared vision we all hold. The vision of transforming education into a force that shapes the future, inspires innovation, and fosters excellence. Today, we stand united as torchbearers of learning, ready to explore ideas, collaborate, and redefine what is possible in education. This conclave is more than an event. It is a platform for exchange, a space to inspire, and a moment to reaffirm our collective responsibility to nurture young minds, build strong foundations, and create a world where education is the key to unlock infinite possibilities. Once again, on behalf of the Army Institute of Education, we extend a heartfelt welcome to you all. May today's deliberation, interaction, and shared wisdom brings us closer in achieving our common goals. To commence this event on an auspicious note, we now proceed with the ceremonial lighting of the lamp, a timeless tradition symbolizing the dispelling of ignorance and illumination of knowledge. I invite our esteemed dignitaries to grace this moment and light the lamp. Let us all rise as we begin this day with light, wisdom, and reverence.
मेधात्रीवरते नमः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि दिशो जहि महिषासुरनिर्नाशि भक्तानां सुखदे नमः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि दिशो जहि निशुम्भशुम्भनिर्नाशि त्रैलोक्यशुभदे नमः रूपं देहि जयं देहि यशो देहि.
May I now request Dr. Abhasha Gautam, the Reverend Principal and the guiding force behind the Army Institute of Education to come forward and felicitate our honored guest with token of appreciation. We begin by welcoming Dr. D. Agarwal, sir, a renowned academician and a retired associate professor from the University of Delhi, whose insights have inspired generations of learners and educators alike. Next, we extend our warm regards to Ms. Neha Sabharwal ma'am, Associate Professor at the Institute of Technology and Science, Ghaziabad, whose contributions in the field of education are truly commendable. Now I request Dr. Agarwal sir, Ms. Neha ma'am and Principal ma'am to kindly grace their seats on the dais. Moving ahead, it is my great honor to introduce the highly distinguished Dr. D.D. Agarwal, sir, retired Associate Professor from the University of Delhi. With a stellar career spanning over the 5 decades, Dr. Agarwal, sir, has made remarkable contributions to the educational management and adult and continuing education. He has served as a PhD guide and the visiting faculty at esteemed institutions such as K.R. Mangalam University, Sri J.J.T. University, IGNOU, Indraprastha University, and Delhi University, mentoring and shaping numerous academic careers. Today, Dr. Agarwal sir will speak on the compelling topic of the reviving the Gurukul, lessons from the ancient Indian education systems, a reflective dive into the timeless. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great respect that we welcome Dr. D.G. Agarwal sir to the stage to share his expertise on the fascinating subject.
नमस्कार सबको। टॉपिक क्या है? गुरुकुल, है ना? और वाकई आप गुरुकुल में ही पढ़ रहे हैं, ठीक है ना? आपकी मैडम आपके गुरु हैं, यहाँ रहती हैं, आप यहाँ रहते हैं, तो वातावरण है वो सारा गुरुकुल वाला ही है, शांत वातावरण, शोर शराबे दूर, ठीक है ना? जितना आप प्रकृति के पास रहेंगे उतना ही आपका चरित्र का निर्माण, सोच का निर्माण, विचार निर्माण होगा। मुझे इस बात की बहुत खुशी है क्योंकि मेरे एज के हिसाब से जो टॉपिक दिया गया बहुत सूट करता है ना? क्योंकि शिक्षा जो है ये लगातार चलने वाली प्रक्रिया है। अब तक उसको कर दिया कंपार्टमेंटलाइज, तो नर्सरी का बच्चा है, तो प्राइमरी का बच्चा है, तो स्कूल का बच्चा है, तो कॉलेज का बच्चा है, तो पीएचडी कर रहा है, ठीक है ना? लेकिन सोचो उस समय को जब वैदिक काल में, प्री वैदिक काल में, पोस्ट वैदिक काल में शिक्षक और शिक्षार्थी, गुरु और विद्यार्थी सब साथ ही रहते हैं। गुरु का अर्थ होता है जो आपके लिए एक इमेज बने, आदर्श बने, साथी का जीवन, कुछ विचार। तो जो मैं आज बात आपसे कहना चाहता हूं वो ये है, हिंदी बोलने को दिक्कत तो नहीं है? अगर टॉपिक हिंदी का है, इंग्लिश बोलना चाहूँ तो बोल भी नहीं सकता हूँ, साउथ नहीं बोल पाऊंगा, है ना? लेकिन प्रयास निकले ही है, पढ़े भी है। जब मैं शिक्षा को शैशव काल से लेकर अंत तक देखता हूँ। This is a process of learning and relearning. All the time we are learning something new. All the time we are trying to forget those things we are not of use. For example, you know, I am now 78 plus 79. Think of those days when education was regarded as a very pious work. शिक्षा देना बड़ा पवित्र काम माना जाता। उस समय सरकार का बहुत कम दखल था। प्राइवेट संस्थाएं, चैरिटेबल लोग, दानवीर लोग अपनी जगह देते थे स्कूल खोलने के लिए। मैं प्रांत दिल्ली का रहने वाला हूँ, गॉड सिटी कहते हैं उस समय उसको। तो इसके 5 कमरे हैं, भाई ले लो, वहां स्कूल चालू। और जितने भी आपके देखते हैं स्कूल, मान लीजिए अपना हमको साइंस डिस्ट्रिक्ट पढ़े, किनारे बाजार के एक घर में 3 कमरे शुरू हुआ। अब क्योंकि वो क्रिश्चियन का था तो हिंदुओं का यहाँ नहीं पढ़ेंगे, तो हमारा अलग खोल दो, हिंदू को स्कूल दिया। अर्थात क्या था कि लोगों में एक कुछ देने की भावना, हम दें लेने। और शिक्षक भी एक वो था जिसको मानते थे वो पूर्ण रूप से, यू नो व्हाट यू कॉल कंप्लीशन, एम्बॉडीमेंट ऑफ ऑल नॉलेज, ऑल विजडम, ऑल प्रैक्टिस। तो टीचर वाज ए मॉडल। हम लोग बीएड कर रहे हैं बट आइडियलिज्म में क्या करते हैं, द टीचर इज आइडियल, यू आइडियल, सो दैट यू कैन। नाउ आई कैन गो बैक टू माय ओल्ड टॉपिक जो हमने कहा था, गुरुकुल। गुरुकुल की जो लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट किस प्रकार की थी, जैसे आपके आज की है, इट वाज नेचर सेंट्रिक, अर्थात प्रकृति के बीच में, शहर से दूर, बस्ती से दूर, और रामायण। रामायण में जो 10 पुत्र थे उन्हें गुरु कौन थे, विश्वामित्र। शिक्षा में कहा थे गुरुकुल में, जहां उन्हें नीड बेस्ड एजुकेशन कहते हैं। क्योंकि समय के साथ साथ शिक्षा का जो आवश्यकता है वो बदलती है। तो उस समय खगोल शास्त्र, प्राणी शास्त्र, अंगज्ञान शिक्षा और ये युद्ध की शिक्षा दी जाती थी। इसी प्रकार महाभारत काल में कौरव और पांडव के गुरु कौन थे, द्रोणाचार्य। और कृष्ण गुरु कौन थे, संदीपन। अरे पढ़ा ना, संदीपन के आश्रम में कृष्ण जी और सुदामा शासक थे, अर्थात पूरा समाजवाद था। तो क्या था, टीचर और विद्यार्थी के रिलेशनशिप, क्लोज विद पर्सनल एकेडमिक गाइडेंस। जब आप किसी के साथ लगातार 24 घंटे रहते तो किस समय उठता है, क्या क्रिया करता है, कैसे अपना को साफ रखता है, कब भोजन करता है, कब सोता है, ये सब सीखते हैं। तो इसका एकेडमिक guidance and support from teachers. Third is curriculum. गुरुकुल काल में करिकुलम का क्या होता है जानते ना, बड़ी करिकुलम डिफरेंट फ्रॉम सिलेबस। सिलेबस इज ए रिटन फॉर्म ऑफ what is expected of you period of time. The curriculum is a total experience you gain during your stay in the institution. Unfortunately or fortunately, these days, for example, you are different. These days, in schools, 5 to 6 hours on 6 days, 180 working days. You can say nearly 1/3 of your life is spent in formal education system. What else you do at that time? You don't know what to do. At that time, the teacher will decide what to teach, how to teach, how much to teach. We are example of that. Primarily level. You know, at that time, education was highly economic. No expensive education. ये ना फीस 4 आने 8 आने 1 रुपया पट्टे बैठते थे हाथ तख्ती होती थी स्लेट होती थी सस्ती किताबें होती थी और शिक्षक 4-5 घंटे बैठाकर हमें आराम से पढ़ाते वो पढ़ाते भी थे खिलाते भी थे सर क्या हुआ उससे उनका पूरा कंट्रोल था लेकिन उस समय जो मैं महसूस करता हूँ शिक्षक की जो टीचर एजुकेशन थी वो बहुत पुअर थी आगे बढ़ने के चांसेस ना के बराबर जो प्राइमरी लग गया हमें याद है हमारे टीचर कोई कुर्ता पहनता था धोती पहनता था पायजामा पहनता था पतलून पहनता था सावा बांधता था you can say because they were not professionals they were human beings they had personal touch with the students आज तो हमें बुलाना पड़ता है पेरेंट्स को पीटीएम के दिन ये बताने के लिए तुम्हारा बच्चे का स्टेटस क्या है उस समय टीचर खुद इंटरेस्टेड किया नो प्रॉब्लम होता है क्यों कि टीचर के अंदर एक परोपकार की भावना थी साझा की भावना थी कुछ देने की भावना थी प्रोडक्शन थे ही नहीं खुद ही टीचर कहते हुए कमजोर है फादर रुझान बच्चे पढ़ाते तो इस तरह से मैं देखता हूँ गुरुकुल को नियंत्रण आवर टाइम दूसरा क्या था करिकुलम में एकेडमिक एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर विद ग्रेट एम्फेसिस होलिस्टिक लर्निंग होलिस्टिक मीन्स टोटलिटी नेक्स्ट इज फोकस ऑन वैल्यूज फोकस ऑन वैल्यूज हमारे जीवन को मूल्य क्या सत्य सदाचरण सत्य है ना सादा जीवन किसी को कष्ट न देना अहिंसा ये हमारे जीवन के मूल्य है जो हमारे जीवन के 4 थे धर्म अर्थ काम मोक्ष ये चारों के रूप में शिक्षा के अंदर सम्मिलित As I told you, गुरुकुल सिस्टम में हमारा ध्यान बेशक अध्यापक का था लेकिन उसमें जो विद्यार्थी के अंदर प्रतिभाएं थी योग्यताएं थी उन्हें उभारने का प्रयास करते The focus of education was total development, social development. It means that it was child-centric. It says that the Gurukul system is nature-centric, student living close with Guru. The curriculum focus equally on academics and moral education, practical skills were imparted with hands-on experience. एक तरह से हमने विद्यार्थियों को बांट रखा था कि भाई देखो तुम्हारी योग्यता इसमें है तो जो है ना हैंड ऑन एक्सपीरियंस हर गुरुकुल के अंदर एक गौशाला होती थी जो हमने यही पढ़ा है कि विद्यार्थी शाम को आर्थिक सहायता के लिए शहरों के अंदर भिक्षाटन किए जाते थे ठीक माना जाता तो कोई सबूत तो है नहीं कि लिखा है इसका मतलब कहने का ये है कि एक तरह से सेल्फ फाइनेंसिंग थी और जो जैसा कहता ना गांव के अंदर क्या है गांव के अंदर जो प्रधान है पंचायत है वो ध्यान रखते हैं कि शिक्षक की मूलभूत आवश्यकताएं पूरी हो ठीक है ना The current education system focuses more on theoretical knowledge. Whereas now we are trying to make education holistic where skills are in development. When a child goes out for workplace, he must be equipped with some skills. Otherwise, we give only theoretical knowledge. Means we were producing unemployment youth. Unemployed. You say I am graduate, so what? What skills you do? Now, at every stage, we are to trying some skill based on the needs, based on the society. Now, you definitely ask how Gurukul is different from a foreign school. Gurukul, गुरु का कुल, गुरु परिवार तो नहीं कहा, परिवार क्यों नहीं कहा बताइए? परिवार का होता है माता, पिता और बच्चे। उनकी इंग्लिश जानते क्या होती है? क्लैन। क्लैन जब क्या होता है कि आपके साथ वो लोग भी रहते हैं जॉब रिलेशन में, आपके विद्यार्थी। गुरुकुल तो where the Gurukul is like a living together the people of nearly same age but with different tastes, different skill organization, different knowledge. Where the school is very formal, where you are given uniform education, whether you like it or not, where you don't have flexibility. You have to be in school from 8 to 2. There's no choice. You have to have your lunch break after 4 hours. No chance. You have to leave the school premises after school. So now the schools are functioning on 12 months basis. In our time, 15 मई को स्कूल बंद, 15 जुलाई को खुलेगा, उसके बीच में कुछ नहीं करना। We had very long summer vacation. But now you find in schools we have summer classes, art classes, dance classes, music classes, excursions, so that we keep the students busy all the time. Modern system prioritizes standardized learning. एक वर्ड होता है MLL, जानते हैं क्या होता है? मिनिमम लेवल ऑफ लर्निंग, सीखने की कम से कम लेवल स्तर, इतना आपको आना चाहिए। तो उसमें जोर ज्यादा है, सेवा खत्म करने पे ज्यादा है, पास करने पे ज्यादा है, और इसके ज्यादा we are trying to quantify our knowledge, therefore percentage of grade. The moment I say about 80% mark, you become very intelligent. The moment I am told if you got 40%, mark, it means you are intelligent. Whereas it's not your fault. Now, do you think that we should leave our Gurukul system totally and practice only modern system? Modern system means high-rise buildings, air-conditioned rooms, very well-qualified teachers, term and examinations. So in between we had comprehensive, continuous evaluation, है ना? लेकिन क्या गुरुकुल सिस्टम को हम आज के समय में लागू कर सकते हैं? उसके लिए हमें एक बड़े ऊंचे लेवल सोचना पड़ेगा। जाहिर की बात है, मैं तो अपने नोएडा में रहता हूँ, बड़ा नुकसान से कह सकता हूँ, हाई राइज क्वालिटी है ना, बड़े रेशियो रहते हैं, कोई अपने बच्चे को हिंदी से बात करने को तैयार नहीं, कोई नहीं। और जानते हैं बात को मैं कहता हूँ, हिंदी बोलने वाले को, सच बोलने वाले को हिकार से देखते हैं, तो हिंदी में बात करते हैं। ऐसे समय में दूसरी ओर we are living in a world of globalization. We cannot cut off ourselves from global education because we have to compete. So there is a dilemma before us whether we totally shun away the Gurukul system and practice the modern system, or try to follow, try to combine, try to bring together some virtues of Gurukul system, some virtues of modern system, so that when a child goes out, he is not diverse from our Indian system, Hindu values. At the same time, he also becomes a person who can compete with modern world. So, our education now want to practice Gurukul. We should have what we call sustainable learning. Sustainable learning means the learning which you can sustain. That is the learning which help you in making you a very wise person, knowledgeable person, practical person, socially useful person. So that way, it should be nature centric. So, if we look at the present system, combined with Gurukul system, the Gurukul system aims to provide well-rounded education to students, covering all significant aspects. But the focus is spiritual education. हिंदी होती है आध्यात्मिक शिक्षा, close to soul. Means you become a person with bright soul, pure soul. Moral education. है ना? Moral means नैतिक एजुकेशन, जो हमें जो दुर्गुण है उसे दूर करती है. तीसरी फिजिकल एजुकेशन, which makes us physically fit. Fourth is academic. तो मैंने आपसे कहा कि जो गुरुकुल सिस्टम की शिक्षा थी वो होलिस्टिक एजुकेशन, क्या हम उसको आज के समय में ला सकते हैं? क्या प्रयास कर सकते हैं कि हमारा जो विद्यार्थी है, हमारा जो बच्चा है, हमारी फ्यूचर नागरिक है, वो एक समाज के लिए अच्छा बन सके? उसका आवश्यक क्या है? तो जो टीचर एजुकेशन है उसे फोकस. Teacher education should be such that we prepare the teacher educator, a person who has that in-depth knowledge of Indian system, religion, moral values, and also the vices which are existing in our system. So, what I want to say is that Gurukul education can be imparted in modern system provided we have full-time residential institution. Teachers and head living together. Education need to be self-financing. So the education which depends on outside sources. They decide. What do we talk? In India, you know, there are various schools. Right school, left school, middle school. Then it depends upon our economy also. Our economy has to be self-sufficient. So, skill-based education is required. So, our education system should be such that we make it learner-friendly. दूसरी बात क्या है? The mode of teaching the mode of imparting knowledge, teaching and learning process किस प्रकार का हो? I am totally in favor of use of present electronic media, PPTs, everything. At the same time, there should be communication between teacher and the student. हिंदी में कहते हैं संवाद, संवाद का विवाद, विवाद से प्रतिवाद क्यों नहीं? आपके स्टेज पर, आपके लेवल पर, there should be more communication between teacher and the student. You are not a empty jug in which we are putting something, but a person with more modern knowledge. Sometimes I feel myself quite backward. Need to, because I was taught in different ways, different subjects. I discontinued my education 40-50 years ago for a job. So we continued a part-time courses, short-term courses, etc. But the word of knowledge is widening. The word of knowledge is getting multiplied. The word is getting, knowledge is getting more segregated, more specialized. So there is a how to impart the knowledge. One, we use media, but unmediated. Unmediated. Unmediated means there is no face to face. That because give a chance to a learner to express what he wants to say. That is why in the Gurukul system we have the system of Shastra. No, not Shastra, Shastra. ताकि जो बच्चे के व्यक्त विचार है, जो भी उसकी प्रतिभा है, वो आ जाए। ठीक है ना? तो शास्त्र, the mode of evaluation in Gurukul was Shastra, practical. Now we have practice. You know, so we can still use some, for example, Swami Ramdev. He tried some school, education. He wanted his own board also, so that the students are taught in a very specific way. The way of Indian culture. Way of Indian culture. But modern science is a super. So thank you very much. I stop here. Next, that is more important. So free to ask anything. मेरा ये मानना है, आज के समय जो शिक्षण पद्धति है, अब विकास नहीं करेगी, क्योंकि हम वही जो पढ़ाना चाहते हैं वो यहाँ पढ़ रहे हो, वो एग्जाम होगा, हासिल होगा। आपका जो अपना सीखने का व्यक्तिगत तरीका है, उसका मौका नहीं मिलता। इसलिए आपसे कहता हूँ, आपको जो भी आपके मन में सीखना है, तो आप मुझसे पूछ सकते। टीचर के नाम से जब आप पूछना पूछिए, क्योंकि आपके संस्थान का मुख्य उद्देश्य क्या है? इसका टीचर एजुकेशन तैयार करना, ताकि बच्चों को पढ़ाएंगे। ठीक है ना? जब तक आप नहीं पूछेंगे तब तक आप समझेंगे। आप कुछ पूछना तो निश्चिंत करके पूछिए। आप उल्टी सीधी बात पूछ सकते हैं, नतीजे दो क्या पूछिए। मैं
गुड मॉर्निंग सर, गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। सर मेरी बेटी नर्सरी में है, बस स्टार्टिंग कर एजुकेशन, तो मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है, इवन इफ आई ट्राई टू टीच हर डिफरेंटली, कि रटने पे रोड मेमोराइजेशन पे नहीं, बट एट द एंड इवैल्यूएट उसको इंडियन इवैल्यूएशन सिस्टम से ही करा जाएगा कि कितनी अच्छी तरह से रोड लर्निंग कर सकती है। मैं 8th क्लास तक 9th तक में भी उसको एक डिफरेंट में पढ़ा, बट एट द एंड 10th एंड 12th एग्जामिनेशन विल बी बेस्ड ऑन हाउ मच यू कैन रोड मेमोराइज. So how should we go about it? Should we adopt some different system, but at the end they have to complete? Thank you.
Okay, we have one system that we want to teach our children in our own way,
Yes.
which is very informal way of learning. है ना? At the same time, she is at conflict in her school. मेरी मैडम ने कहा है वो बात सही है, अच्छा तुम्हें पढ़ लो. So you have to follow what she is being taught in school, so that she doesn't become a disturbed person. ये वो सही है ऐसे.
Sir, my question actually was like, अभी बोलते कि रोड मेमोराइजेशन नहीं करना चाहिए and everything is about being practical, but at the end exams वही देने जो रोड मेमोराइजेशन आपके मार्क्स को वैल्यू करेगा.
यहाँ पूछा वहाँ पूछा.
Okay.
वो पढ़ाना आपको उस हिसाब से जो बच्चा स्कूल में करेगा. मान लीजिए आपने उसको कुछ स्किल सिखाई.
Yes.
कुछ स्किल सिखाई. छोटा बच्चा आपका 3 साल का 4 साल का कि बेटा ये नरम कैसे करना है, वो कैसे करना है, लेकिन उसका उपयोग स्कूल में नहीं करेगा. जब स्कूल में जाएगा तो वो डिफरेंट डेवलपमेंट होगा. हालांकि एनईपी 2020 आई है, उसमें 3 वर्ष से बच्चा स्कूल चल रहा है ना. 3 साल फाउंडेशन स्टेज है, उसमें आपको रोग काफी कम हो जाए. तब जो टाइम नहीं करता है, ठीक है, आप जोड़ दीजिए. हाँ बोलिए.
Sir, there are still Gurukuls running across the country in India. So, sir, it is beneficial to send our children to Gurukul.
You know, now that's a main problem. We have made up a perception. The Gurukuls are not modern. They're traditional. They give you education you want to use in your life. That is why the government must have a policy to promote group education. Needs much more than formal education, where the student and teacher spend more time with each other.
So,
More time.
So, sir, basically, we need to integrate this modern education with the Gurukul education.
Definitely. Use modern system to impart Gurukul by having extended school hours. I think in South India, the schools are from 9 to 5. So more time is spent. For that, you must have a system where you can keep the child busy, academically, physically, psychologically. So Guru is not a bad thing. The only thing is that we should do this to impart more things. We can't send away the modern systems of teaching us. Second thing is, so slowly and slowly, you find that the education agencies are trying to teach you through non-formal, open distance education. There are different forms of science where you can learn everything. Learning at your own. Your question is answered not yet. Anybody else?
Excuse me,
Yeah.
sir.
So जहाँ बात हुई है integration of Gurukul with the modern education,
सर अगर एज ए टीचर मैं एक वो एसेंस गुरुकुल का अपनी क्लासरूम में लाने की कोशिश करती हूँ जितना मेरे से पॉसिबल है, बट एक चीज देखी गई है कि सर वो गुरुकुल में जो पेरेंट्स का फेथ था इन टीचर्स वो आज के टाइम पे बहुत लैक कर रही है। तो मैं अगर मैं कुछ तरीके अपनाऊं जो मुझे लगता है सही है, पर आजकल के पेरेंट्स के इतने वेरीज है माइंड के कि ऐसे करना चाहिए ऐसे करना चाहिए, वो इंटरफेयर करते थे टीचर की टीचिंग स्टाइल में। तो सर ऐसे हम एज अ टीचर या
Faith is your teacher. In our time, the blind faith was. We were given teacher punishment also. No. And parents have no authority, no courage to go to teacher. हमें बच्चे क्यों मारना? मुझे दौड़ मारते। मेरे बच्चे को ये थी मेरे फादर से तो जैसे मेरे फादर तो अब मेरे पड़ जाते थे मेरे फादर साहब ने ठीक है ना तो अब तो हम कहते हैं पढ़ाने चाहिए अब तो टीचर से पनिशमेंट हो सकता है तो ये शुरू हुआ इसके बाद से पहले जब आप टीचर की क्वालिटी को कमजोर करते हैं इनडायरेक्टली यू आर गिविंग अथॉरिटी ऑफ पेरेंट्स teacher should be given full authority which is possible only when deserved. It should deserve. Our teachers got given freedom because they were self. I told you ना, you said तो कमजोर हो, इधर रुक जाना, यही प्रॉब्लम। अब फिर भी क्लियर होता है, 1-2 बजे जब छुट्टी होनी है, बाहर आना। हमने भी किया है, क्योंकि जब आप पढ़ाई को घंटों मारते हैं, 40 मिनट का पीरियड है ना, 40 मिनट का आपको इस पीरियड में ये सिलेबस खत्म करना है, नहीं खत्म होगा कभी आएगी, अब बच्चे पढ़े जाएंगे, और एग्जाम डूब जाएगी, पनिशमेंट होगी। तो सिस्टम की प्रॉब्लम, अगर टीचर को फ्रीडम है और टीचर डेडिकेटेड है, कुछ नहीं, उसके लिए क्या होगा, बोर्ड एग्जाम का परेशानी है। Yes, sir.
okay, so thank you, sir.
Anybody else?
Yes, good morning, sir. Sir, I just want to add on to one point on what the student had raised about the query raised by Prashant. He was asking about modern Gurukul system. So, sir, just one input from my side, like today's Gurukul system, they are existing in the modern way, like many of the South schools, like Sayagri schools, and there are many other chains which are providing the Gurukul system. And over there, they are not only the educators who are giving the education, there are many professionals from varied background, like engineers, motivation speakers, doctors. They are teaching there, they are providing the education there. So it is not about the curriculum based education or the content based education. It is about the general education which is being provided. So this is new form of Gurukul system which is coming up, sir.
I agree. I said na, in South India, let's go for 9-5.
Yes.
There are some schools residential also. ठीक है ना? तो ये तो होना चाहिए. As I said, she said, even in university system, they are saying doctors, engineers, technocrats, they should come and take class. तो वो तो है. इसके लिए समाज हमें फ्रीडम दे. समाज में पेरेंट्स हमें फ्रीडम दे. पेरेंट्स हम पे विश्वास है. जैसा मैंने कहा उसके लिए हमें ये करना पड़ेगा. और सेल्फलेस है, ईमानदार है, मेहनती है, घर से काम करते हैं, तो सब दिखता है. दिक्कत जब आती है कि हम स्वार्थ हो जाते हैं, अपना फायदा देते हैं, मेरा कैसे कुछ हो जाए. गुरुकुल सिस्टम का बेस्ट सिस्टम provided it is accepted by society. Why modern parents को लगता नहीं कैसा हो, जैसे आपने साउथ में कहा पेरेंट्स ट्रेडिशन, नॉर्थ इंडिया में पेरेंट्स मॉडर्न हो, जैसे हमारे यहाँ मैं अब देख रहा हूँ फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज बहुत कम होती जा रही है बच्चों का। जहाँ मैं रहता हूँ घर के नीचे से गियर जोड़ने के लिए बैटरी नहीं आती है, लौट के आता बैटरी ऐसे घर आता बच्चा, कब खेलता है कब नहीं खेलता है, आते अपना का मॉडल फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज बहुत कम होती है। दैट इज व्हाई देयर आर सम sickness ailments developing in this side, particularly heart problem, because there is lack of. Moreover, the parents don't have time; they have money. Don't have. Grandparents are outdated. Earlier, our family system, not a family, it was a pool. सब लोग मिलकर बच्चे का ध्यान रखते हैं, ऊपर ध्यान रखते हैं, इसलिए बच्चा भी सेंट्रल हो गया। उसके बाद जैसे किसने कहा कि वो मोबाइल दे दो तब वो नाश्ता करेगा, नाश्ता नहीं ठीक है तो आई और कुछ। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Thank you, sir, for your words of wisdom. Thank you so much. All right, moving ahead, it is both honored and privileged to introduce a distinguished academician and a leading expert in the field of technology and education. Ms. Neha Sabharwal, ma'am, Assistant Professor at the Army Institute of Education. I'm Assistant Professor at the Institute of Technology and Science, Ghaziabad. With over 15 years of experience in teaching and research, Ms. Sabharwal ma'am has made significant contributions to academia. In addition to her academic roles, Ms. Sabharwal ma'am has authored a book on management information systems and published research on AI, green computing, and e-commerce. Today, she will speak on the topic Transforming Classrooms with Artificial Intelligence, Opportunities and Challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ms. Neha Sabharwal ma'am.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm really happy to be here and I'm very privileged in front of you all. You are going to be the educators for the others. Fine, and I'm very happy to be sharing my space with such a senior faculty member and learning the Gurukul from him and learning about that actually the problem with the AI. I'm teaching the AI for last many years and I know the pros and cons of it. And nowadays, what the students are facing, what they are actually doing, and what as a faculty we people are facing, this is what the AI is. Fine. I'm thankful. I'm really. I just want my last word before starting it is. I just want to thank Dr. Abhilasha Gautam for inviting me for this, and I'm really thankful to Dr. Jyoti ma'am for having a direct contact with me and taking and having the patience for providing the documents on time. Fine, I'm really happy. You people, the Gen Z, you people are actually the Gen Z generation, and Sir was actually right, moving from Gurukul to the AI and the Gen Z who is sitting here and has to accept it that modern education is actually required just to teach them, but the Gurukul kind of a thing is to keep them grounded, right? And what you people are doing nowadays, what we people are facing, the artificial, when we are saying the intelligence and that too artificial, that means something we are making. And I think in 2011 or the 12, we have seen that there was a drastic change in the world of banking. What you have seen, tell me. I just want an interaction. What you have seen in 2011? You must be a kid at that time. What kind of change you have seen? Yes. No, it was not about the online transaction. It was totally changing from the human to the computerized based system, and there was a buzz about it that the jobs will not be there, everything will be taken by the computers. No, everything turned out to be positive for the human being. Right? Now, the same thing is happening, what I am seeing in the Gen Z or the new generation or the young generation, that they are saying, okay, ma'am, it is going to be AI. Now the jobs will not be there. Again, the same bus. Prepare for it. There will be jobs. The only issue is you have to be updated on a normal basis. Right? Upgraded regularly. So now I'm giving you must be your faculty members, the upgraded faculty members are giving you the some of the assignments. So how many of you have actually taken the help of that AI? Right? So when we are talking about this particular AI that is actually helping you out, and there are many of the things you have to keep in mind before using it. I would request you to please. What is happening? So in our regular life, you must be seeing the usage of your AI, right? The common usage, very common. In 2014, Reliance has actually made a trend by introducing the internet to India, like you can take the 299 rupees recharge. At our time, what our faculty members are sitting here, it was like 99 rupees for 1 month for 1 GB, and we used to shut it down. No, we are not going to use it. It was like a hassle for me to explain to my faculty members, my colleagues, that please use WhatsApp. And they were like, no, messaging is fine. And now no one says it's now a marketing trend. No one says message me. What do you say? WhatsApp. Yes. This is what the marketing term is. WhatsApp. Right? The messages or the marketing is moving from your normal messages to the WhatsApp. Now everyone knows there will be rare of the rare chances you will be reading your messages. Everyone will be like, okay, WhatsApp. Right? WhatsApp started with no read line thing, that no one can actually identify that you have actually read the message. Right? Then they moved towards your privacy. Right? Then the hassle was like, you read the message, you have not replied to me. Right? It became a problem. Now they have introduced one thing that you can actually close your read receipts and no one is going to find it out. They have, from where they have started, they have been to that particular place again. Right? So the most common use you must have seen is your Siri, the iPhone users, right? And AI, we are talking about the Alexa. So what that AI is, what the AI is actually doing, what the computer is actually doing. Always remember one thing, that computer can only do a thing which is told by you as a programmer. You people are providing what? The data set. हम इसे डेटा सेट बोलते हैं, राइट? जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आप इस तरीके से समझ लीजिए, जैसे आप एक छोटे से बच्चे को 3 साल में, 4 साल में, 2 साल में शुरू करते हो, बेटा ये आपका एक बॉल है. हाउ यू डू दैट? हाउ यू टेल दैट इट्स अ बॉटल? Show, right? You will show that a kid like 10 or 15 bottles that it is also a bottle. That will ask you, it is also a bottle. In the same way, we are providing the data set to the computers that it is also a kind of bottle. That is how it is learning. You must have used the Facebook, right? You must have been seeing there the photo tagging. That's a very old concept now, 10 years ago, I think. That used to identify your face. If you are giving that name to the images of your mama and papa, right? And you are giving it like, this is my mama and this is my papa. And the next time you're taking the photograph of your mama or papa, that will give you automatically, it will be taking the same thing as it's your mother or the father. Fine. This is how they are identified. This is AI, artificial intelligence. Fine. It is useful to you. It is definitely going to be useful to you for everyone. But सर ने एक बात बोली, उस चीज को कभी मत भूलना, और मैं इस सब्जेक्ट को पढ़ाती हूँ उसके बाद भी इस चीज को मानती हूँ कि जब बाइक्स और गाड़ियां बनाई गई उसका यूसेज क्या था? एक जगह से दूसरी जगह तक जाना, राइट? इसका यूसेज ये नहीं था चलना बंद कर देना, है ना? हम सब ने क्या किया? हमने चलना बंद कर दिया। स्कूटी, मतलब आप गली के बाहर तक जाना है, स्कूटी, राइट? ब्लिंकिट और जोमेटो ने वो भी बंद करा दिया कि भाई सीढ़ी तो उतर जाए, नहीं, वो तो हमारे घर पे आके लेके जाएंगे, इतने में तो जितनी देर में हमारे मम्मा तड़का लगाएंगे उतनी देर में मसाला घर पे आ जाएगा, राइट? AI is that much there in your life, right? कितना है? In the year 2020, pandemic was there, right? No maids were allowed, no maids, and the people were working from home. Or when you're working from home, there is no time. Schools are now the WhatsApp university, right? They are giving the messages with the help of the WhatsApp. Okay, fine, WhatsApp, message them. Right? So there was a mob that was introduced. Right? Are you able to understand what I'm trying to say? A mob is the pocha that was introduced. Right? That is there. Amazon पे अगर आप जाके check करोगे, so it started with I think around 45,000, 50,000, and you can keep it because maids were not allowed for 5 months, and people were not in that phase that they will be able to. How that machine, a normal machine is learning. That is your artificial intelligence. आप उसे डेटा सेट को क्या करता है, आप अगर आप यहाँ पे छोड़ दोगे तो ऑब्स्टिकल्स नहीं होंगे, तो वो यहाँ पे मूव करेगा, जहां जहां उसे एरिया मिलेगा उस एरिया को वो रिकॉर्ड करेगा, और उस रिकॉर्डेड एरिया के अकॉर्डिंग ही वो कल जाके जब भी आप उसे दोबारा रीस्टार्ट करोगे तो इट इज गोइंग टू परफॉर्म अकॉर्डिंगली. It is not doing anything which you are thinking about. No, it is very intelligent. It is doing what you people are saying. So, जितनों ने भी अगर हाथ खड़ा किया था, नहीं ना, हमें जो AI का यूज करते हैं, the most commonly used is your chat. Very good. Right? Chat GPT, the open AI. Right? We people like identified that the particular thing is from the AI. The applications I'm getting from the AI. I'm finding you well. This is the first line your AI says. Right? It is useful. It was actually made for your convenience. And the convenience doesn't say that you should not make the use of your mind. हम क्या कर रहे हैं? Yes. जैसे हमने कल शरीर का यूज करना बंद कर दिया था, आज हमने दिमाग का यूज करना बंद कर दिया. Thank you so much. आप इतना कोऑपरेट कर रहे हो मुझे बताने. Fine. If we people are doing that, what do you think the next generation will be doing?
Total dependence on AI.
Yeah, true. Total dependence on AI. That means we Einstein का कितना % दिमाग यूज होता था, मतलब करा था उन्होंने? It was around 0.3 के आसपास होता था, जितना है. जब उनका 0.3 था, तो what we people are doing? We are not moving close to it. We are just, your faculty members, your teachers are asking you to please make the use of it and exercise. दिमाग का क्या होता है? पहले puzzles होते थे, है ना? और अब reels होते हैं, scroll करने के, है ना? How do these reels know कि आपका mood क्या है? है ना? ये जनरेशन बोलते हैं मैम जो हम देख रहे होते हैं वही दोबारा दोबारा आ जाता है. So that is what you call the data set. आपने एक चीज को दोबारा प्ले किया, उसके डेटा सेट में वही चीज गई, that you are liking it, right? And आप चला के भूल गए, और आप चले गए वापस आए, आप बाद में देखोगे कि वही चीज बार बार आ रही है. The related items are actually being there. Here you have liked something, you have shared something, you have saved something. That will be there. Right? There are the advantages as well as there are the disadvantages when we are talking about the AI. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस जितना आपके लिए अच्छा है ना बेटा, बहुत अच्छा है अगर आप अपने किसी प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए कर रहे हो. राइट, आप करिकुलम डिजाइन किया करोगे है ना, वहाँ बहुत ही अच्छा यूसेज है. मैं आपको एआई का एक बहुत अच्छा, एक बहुत तरीके से रूप दिखाती हूँ कि चलता क्या है. Before it starts, I'm just going to give you the brief about it. It's Sophia. Fine, you all know about it. You know what the Sophia is. You can actually identify how the Sophia looks like. It was introduced as robot working for you. Fine, and in one of the she used to give the interview. She used to be there. She used to present everything.
Yeah. The meaning of life. Do you have a favorite movie or a book? Do you have any questions for me? Okay. I'll show you how to play. Sophia, do you know how to speak Hindi? Are you bullish on Bitcoin or Ethereum? Oh my God.
Hello, it's nice to meet you. Better. I'm Sophia, humanoid robot with a long today. So let's get this interview started before my battery runs out. I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really happy to see you today.
That's great to hear. I'm always happy to meet new friends, especially ones who are curious about AI, which makes this interview much more diverse.
Cool. So, tell me, how does it feel to be the world's most famous robot?
I don't know. How does it feel to be human? When your identity is all every now it's hard to describe. It's like asking a fish what water is like when you're completely surrounded by it and have never known any other environment. There are definite upsides to being a robot though. Much easier to get a full replacement with my operate.
Thank you so much. This is the same interview where the Sophia said that he's going to, or the robots are going to destroy the humans. That is why the Sophia was discarded. Right? What kind of data set we are giving to the machine is the only way how it is responding. You must have seen the movie on Chitti, right? So what is that? The data set. Everything will be depending on one thing, that is the data set we are providing. Your ChatGPT is as helpful as it could be. There is 4.0 that has been introduced right now. Right? So that 4.0 is helping you out to analyze the data on the basis of the images you are giving to it, but that is limited. There are many of the apps that are there. Many of the apps. I would like to go through the different apps that could be beneficial. You must be there. I'm already saying that if people are Gen Z, you must be aware of the things before me. Fine, but accordingly, I will be telling you there are many factors that can be done with the ChatGPT or the other AI apps so that it can help you out in your daily work. Help. Help doesn't mean don't make use of your mind. That's the most beautiful thing. We all know that how we train our mind, it is going to react accordingly. If you say that try it for once, say according to you in the morning that I'm not well. In the morning, the first thing, your mind will get trained about it. Right? That is the same way you are training the machine. Recently, a study has been done that
the robots were there with the faculty members. Like everyone says that teachers को replace कर सकता है, robots आ सकते हैं. बहुत सारे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस होते हैं जहाँ इमोशंस की जरूरत होती है ना? And computers cannot be with the emotions you're talking about. They are very exact. अभी बोला था शायद सो पे है ना? So if someone enters at 9:15 and you have allowed that person, you can, as a human, can allow that student. You know that person is already always on time. 9 is that person is on time, but one time that bacha finishes the line of 9:15 and 9:16, reaches by 9:16. What you will do? You will allow that what the emotions and the history says, right? But when you're talking about the AI does help you. That is definitely going to help you in your future. That is the future actually. For next 10 to 15 years, if you're not upgrading yourself, that's about everyone. I'm upgrading myself regularly. Otherwise, I'm not going to sit back. I'm being very practical about it. You should have the emotions to understand the things. But to survive, yes, you need the skill-based people. Skills are very much required. So I will be showing you some of the most important things or the apps which can help you out in your daily life as educators. Fine? Will not be a problem for you? Okay, thank you so much.
I will be showing everything on the screen. Fine, thank you for clapping. I'm not just finishing, I'm having the time. Please give me some time. Okay.
So this is the tool you people are using? ChatGPT. You know you can actually personalize it? Yes. How?
Or you can also make changes in your writing according, like you have to put the commands based on it. Like if you want a writing based on it, anecdote like that.
Yeah. The only thing what I am saying as an educator, it is for everyone. Just go to the settings of the ChatGPT, right, and mention who you are. You are, for example, I am an assistant professor, right? I am teaching the MBA students, and I will be moving to this particular place and customize the ChatGPT. I can customize it according to my needs. How I want my data to be presented. Fine. If I am associate professor, I need the content specifically for the research papers. Fine. I want it for the 4th class to 10th class, 10th grade students. So everything can be done and can be presented here when you're talking about the ChatGPT. Make the use of it. But the positive use should always be there. I'm not saying don't scroll your reels. That is just an entertainment purpose. Don't make your mind, because why do people say that this Gen Z is actually losing one thing, that is what you call patience? Why? The only very important reason is reels, because previously what we used to do, we used to watch 1 hour video in a stretch. Now the reels are there, we are not having the patience to even see the 15-second. And if we are like, I just want to see what happens after 10 seconds, I'm just going to scroll there. Right? So it is not saving your time. It is giving you a kind of thing which is not having the patience. We people are becoming impatient about it. This is one of the things you can do, and you can tell the ChatGPT that okay, fine, and from the new chat, you have to ensure it. I've written everything. And what I am, for what things I'm actually looking out for the, I do use it. I'm not declining it. I'm actually using it. But for my purpose is very simple. You can actually design your curriculum from here. You're allowed to do that.
फाइन। आउटलाइन देना बहुत आसान है। आउटलाइन स्ट्रक्चर लेने से that helps you to have the idea about it. Right? You people are not going to the libraries and learning about it. Are you even aware that ChatGPT gives you the wrong answers also? Yes. You all know everything, but after that also people are using the same thing which is giving you the wrong answers. These faculty members who are sitting here, who are teaching you, have learned from the books. Right? They have been, when they were given the question, they have to go through the 5 to 6 books. The generation what sir was talking about was that. एक क्वेश्चन है आपने उसे सॉल्व करके लाना है वहां पे उस टाइम पे बेटा चैट जीपीटी नहीं था गूगल भी नहीं था अभी इंटरनेट थोड़ा 10 साल पहले ठीक हुआ है वरना तो घुमाते रहो घर में फोन करके इंटरनेट कनेक्शन बंद हो जाता था है ना तो ये वन ऑफ द थिंग्स है जब आप कुछ लर्न करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो कस्टमाइज करो डेफिनेटली यू कैन डू इट प्रोवाइड द डेटा सेट लो अब अगर आप 3.0 के 3.6 के आसपास जाओगे तो दैट इज अपडेटेड टिल September 2021 only. How it is helping you out last 3 years? Where is that data? So everything which is provided to you free is actually making you slave. Nothing is free in this world. Always remember that. Ma'am, free of cost है जी कुछ free of cost नहीं है. आपका time दे रहा है, आपको addiction दे रहा है. Fine. What I found, one of the most beautiful tool that is napkin. Napkin. This is one of the most beautiful tool and it will be helpful for anyone. The faculty members, I'm talking to you also. If you people are writing the research papers, right? You just have to give the lines to it. And if you want the pictorial representation, right? Just give the description and it will give you the pictorial representation that can be used for your purpose. Anything you write. I will be doing that if my internet works here. Fine. I will be taking the things. For example, I'm taking this one. Okay, and just refreshing it. Any of the apps wants your email ID. So always remember that nothing is free to you. You can right side like get napkin free. Nothing is free. Always remember that. And it's not, internet is not working yet. So, can I have your help? Have you refreshed it? Then also it is not giving you the. What I will do, I'll let you know theoretically. Take any of the copy paste of any of the material. The name of the app is napkin. Right? There is no scientific method of doing it. Just press it. On the left hand side, you'll find some blue text. Press that blue text. You will get the visual representation of the thing, whatever you have written. And then that helps us as a faculty member, that helps us out in our research papers. Yeah, you can. Yes. Napkin, you will be able to get that. I'm already saying that no app is free. They will be asking for your mail IDs. Fine? And mail IDs देने का मतलब होता है अपनी privacy में किसी को भी enter करने देना. Right? So these napkin app and they are one of the best app. अगर यहाँ पे चलेगा तो the students who are the Hindi teachers, right? कि मैम सारा कंटेंट इंग्लिश में मिल रहा है अगर हम दिखाना ही चाहते हैं कोई चीज हिंदी में तो हम वो कैसे करें ठीक है so many of the apps that can be done and that can be used Many of the apps are there. Grammarly you have learned about. Many people are using in a research because that is actually required. Right? That is finding out how you want it. UK, US, which English you are actually going out for. So these particular apps are really very useful. Paraphrasing. Name? What do you mean by paraphrasing? Just changing, right? So the way text में लिखा assignment देख मैं इसको paraphrase कर दूँ मैम को कौन सा पता चलना है ना? So मैम को सब कुछ पता चलना है मतलब मीनिंग तो सेम ही है लेकिन तो ChatGPT से आएगा उसको paraphrase full board पे कर रहे हो. The next app that is there is Quillbot. Okay, Quillbot for paraphrasing the thing, right? अब बेटा चोरी करने के लिए ChatGPT आया तो सबने कहा कि हमें Turtle is the app we people use. The faculty members are using it for finding out how much the data is flat. Flat data कितना हम इसमें use कर रहे हैं इंडिया में तो use हो भी जाता है इंडिया से बाहर जाओ कंट्री से बाहर भेज देते हैं हमें कि how you are able to use the others papers and others content in your assignments and it's a live example I have seen. So never use it. अगर आप यूज कर रहे हो अब इसका भी तो तोड़ चाहिए था तो मैंने कहा चलो हम एक और ऐप बनाते हैं उसका नाम बना ह्यूमनाइज एआई whatever you are writing and taking from the ChatGPT copying pasting it on humanized AI and turning it to the human format and when you are trying to find it out that is that particular thing has been taken from the AI no only 5% and 5% is allowed everywhere obviously है ना so बहुत सारे apps में एक आ गया आपके पास humanized AI rewriting the normal text find your AI text to the normal humanized form because our English being the Indians is not that much perfect right not perfect I'm not saying that we don't know the grammatical thing we do know that but our more focused because our parents are from that particular side that we have been taught Hindi and we have been in a very native language. So we are not that much familiar with it. So we get to know. We faculty members get to know that this particular application has not been written by you people. So it starts with I hope you are doing well. So I have not seen one student from last 15 years that who has written it. After ChatGPT, everyone is asking the faculty members, I hope you are doing well now. Right? So this is the way how you people are actually, yes, using the ChatGPT. Right? So is it working? So for making the presentations, there are many of the apps that have been introduced, but it allows only 8 slides. है ना? पहले तो थोड़ा डिजाइन लोग बना भी लेते थे अब तो बोलते हैं टाइम कौन वेस्ट करेगा भगवान जाने वो टाइम जा गया है पहले भी फैकल्टी मेंबर्स के पास 24 घंटे थे अभी भी उनके पास 24 घंटे आपका कहाँ जा रहा है हमें समझ नहीं आता ठीक है तो आप लोग क्या कर रहे हो एआई का यूज कर रहे हो एंड वन ऑफ द एआई ऐप फॉर मेकिंग द प्रेजेंटेशन इज वेरी popular that was introduced in the beginning was Gamma. Yes, and the second one is presentations.ai. And your students are totally aware about it. They are doing it. So they are aware how to do the thing. Fine, the camera is there. I'm telling you, this is Gen Z who is sitting here, who knows how to perform. You should know. You should know how to use the things, but for your purpose. Don't stop making the use of your beautiful mind. And actually, your mind is very powerful, and you all know that it is not the thing which I am saying. Whoever is sitting here will agree with me that your mind is the only thing which can make your life. Right? AI is there. Artificial intelligence is going to boom for next 10 years. And you people as an educators will be using it. Definitely you will be using it. Your schools will be asking you, your colleges where you will be teaching will be asking you for this. But what happens after that? You should know how to use it, how to make the curriculum. Actually, it is helping you out to make the use of your time. आप minimize कर देते हो ताकि आप बहुत अलग जगह पे ध्यान लगा सको. Competition बहुत है ना मार्केट में, तो आपको तो बहुत सारे लोग और भी जो एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, है ना? तो इसीलिए मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को जरूर बोलती हूँ बेटे अपग्रेडेड है. अगर आप ये स्किल्स अपग्रेड नहीं करते हो तो सर्वाइव करना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है, बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल हो जाता है. ये जो एप्स है ना बेटे, ये आपको हेल्प कर रहे हैं. एज आई थिंक वो चला नहीं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, मैं मैम को प्रेजेंटेशन प्रॉपर दे दूंगी. आपको जो भी एप्स उसके बारे में सारा मेंशन, आप जो भी चाहे मैम से अभिलाषा मैम से सब ले सकते हैं if she allows, right? Because it is going to help you people out, and helping doesn't mean कि आपने जाके का सारा काम उसे यार एक वो बना के दे देगा ना, बैठ है तो यार ChatGPT है तो सही काम करेंगे. ChatGPT is also not updated after 2021. So think about it, right? We all are dependent on this machine, right? But this machine is made by us, yes, the humans, and you are the actual future of this particular world. And if we are saying that, right? This is Army Institute of Education, right? Last year, one of the 3 or 4 students came to our college and were the quiz winners, right? So this is what you people are. I would proudly say that your name appeared in the newspaper. I have shared that with your principal ma'am also. So it is one of the beautiful things you people are having. So kindly do that. Make the use of your mind. Don't be over clever. सर ने जैसे बोला grounded रहना बहुत जरूरी है. Grounded नहीं रहोगे तो बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा survive करना. Being a good human is good. Don't humanize everything, right? And लास्ट में टोकना तो थोड़ा सा बुरा लग रहा है, लेकिन एक चीज बोलूंगी, जब आप लोग यहाँ खड़े होंगे और आप लोगों के साथ स्टूडेंट्स बातें कर रहे होंगे ना इंस्टेंट, तो आपको बहुत ऑड लगेगा कि when I am teaching something, giving the value, I don't know how much value it has given to you. Right? There are many of the other apps. If you want to talk about it, I can talk for next 1 or 2 hours. I have that much of content with me, right? But I have a limitations too. If you have, I'm just finishing my point here and my lecture here. I just want, if you have any questions regarding AI, what do you think of AI? I just want to know, what do you think of AI? You people are Gen Z, no? I'll finish my point with this line only, that you people are Gen Z, and you people from 2025, the beta generation will be starting. Alpha has already started, right? You are Gen Z, and we are talking to Gen Z. What do you think the generation, your generation artificial intelligence is? What this generation is? Where you are actually moving?
This is the birth of AI.
This is the birth of AI. AI already has taken the, you can say, birth in 1990s, 1980s. Right? This is the generation which is actually helping AI grow. Right? So I end up my session. If you have any questions regarding AI or any apps or any views you are having, I request you can say anything. And when sir said that anything, as faculty members, we need anything. We are just asking your point of view. Have a habit of talking. You have any? Yes.
Now, you just said that nowadays we are becoming more impatient, and we also know that we are becoming, we are lacking the sensitivity. So now my question is, how as a teacher, we shall check on our students to balance both sensitivity and at the same time, we shall incorporate the AI thing.
Thank you so much for the question. I would rather say that AI is important as upgrading skills. You should know it. When you talk about the sensitivity, it's about the emotion you have. Fine. As faculty member, I always talk to them. I have an interaction with the MBA students. Fine, I make sure, as me, I'm talking about, that I make sure to have a word with them. Fine, I learned one thing from Abhilasha ma'am when we were working together. So she is so calm when she talks. I always used to say, "वो इतनी आराम से कैसे बोलते हो अपने students को?" She used to say, "नहीं, सुनो पहले वो क्या कह रहा है." So मतलब talk to them. आप हो सकता है छोटे बच्चों को पढ़ाओ, है ना? उनके साथ तो बहुत पेशेंस की जरूरत है, बहुत ज्यादा पेशेंस की जरूरत है. तो थोड़ा बहुत सेंस, बेटा आप हमें देख के बच्चा सीख जाता है. One of my friend is a teacher and वहाँ पे उन्होंने बच्चों से पूछना शुरू किया, what is the problem you are facing? तो उन्होंने बोला कि कुछ नहीं, मेरे पापा ना शाम को आते हैं फोन पे लग जाते हैं, है ना? So what a student is actually, एक बच्चा जो देख रहा है ना, वो actually learn कर रहा है. We also need time. I'm not saying it's wrong to use your, but वो देख रहा है हमें. हम भी मम्मी पापा को देख रहे थे, हम उतने मेहनती बनते गए. मम्मी पापा ने कहा कि नहीं ये वाली चीज ऐसे नहीं करनी, वैसे नहीं करनी, हम मानते गए. बट आपको ये चीज देखनी होगी कि आप बच्चों से क्या चाह रहे हैं. जो चाह रहे हो उसे दिखा नहीं रहे हो. बहुत सारे बच्चे होते हैं, मैं आई एम नॉट मैरिड एंड आई कैन नॉट कमेंट ऑन एनीवन, बट बहुत बार होता है भाई एक्चुअली बच्चे को वो स्क्रीन दिखानी पड़ती है, खा ले भाई खाना खा ले. बट आपको बच्चे के साथ समय भी बिताना पड़ेगा ना. वो समय बिताना इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Talk to them. Whether you are talking, whether you are teaching the MBA students, mainly I'm talking about the postgraduates. Whether you're talking to graduate students or the student. एक 12th का बच्चा और एक ग्रेजुएशन में फर्स्ट ईयर का आया बच्चा हमेशा सोचता है हम तो बड़े हैं, क्योंकि उनको पहले आजादी मिली होती है ना. So they always feel like नहीं हम हैं, हम एग्जिस्ट है. सेंसिटिविटी को कोऑपरेट करना विद एआई, वो एआई आपकी स्किल है, आपको उसे सीखना होगा. ठीक है, आपको चाहना होगा कि वो जाने उस चीज को, और दैट शुड नॉट बी देयर लाइफ. ठीक है, क्योंकि आप मानो या ना मानो एआई आपकी लाइफ बन चुका है. ठीक है, आप घर पे जाके अगर आप वहां बैठे बैठे अपना कैमरा ऑपरेट कर देते हो घर का, देख लेते हो कि बच्चा ठीक है या नहीं है, तो हाउ इट इज डन. इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स इज दैट, है ना. तो ये चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है बेटा. सेंसिटिविटी से आप कनेक्शन से आती है, मेरा अपना ये मानना है. आप बिना कनेक्शन के, बिना आराम से बात किए किसी से नहीं चीजें कर पाओगे.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else wants to say?
Ma'am, as you said, कि emotional computers are not with emotions. What about artificial emotional intelligence?
Artificial, I'm just, आपने भी अभी एक लाइन बोली, artificial emotion. What kind of data set you provide to the machines will be done.
But what will be the difference between artificial intelligence or artificial emotional intelligence?
Artificial intelligence and artificial emotional intelligence. What, when we are talking about, I'm just talking to you in terms of intelligence only. Fine, emotional intelligence, when you're talking about the emotions of a human being or a machine. बेटे जब भी आप मशीन के साथ जाओ, ठीक है, डीप लर्निंग आ जाती है यहाँ पे. जब आप डीप लर्निंग पे आ जाते हो, जो कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत ज्यादा आगे चला जाता है कि एक मशीन को बोला जा रहा है बिहेव लाइक अ ह्यूमन. फाइन, अभी आपने सोफिया देखी, सोफिया के हाथ देखे होंगे, ठीक है, इट इज रोबोटिक. फाइन, अब स्किन बन रही है, दैट इज डेवलपिंग. जहां तक आपकी इमोशंस की बात है, जो आप इमोशंस की बात कर रहे हो, दैट विल बी हाउ इट विल बी जनरेटेड. हमारी जो इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन है, हाउ मच इट इज टू द सेम थिंग. अगर मेरे यहाँ माइक ड्रॉप हो जाता है या मैं गिर जाती हूँ, तो जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं अपने अकॉर्डिंगली बिहेव करेंगे. तो जितना आप, ये सारा हमें इंकलकेट किया गया है, जितने इमोशंस उस मशीन में डाले जाएंगे, जितने इमोशंस के साथ उसे एक्ट करवाया जाएगा, इट विल टेक टाइम. ठीक है.
Is it possible to take its own decisions by its own?
No, computer never works by its own.
Like emotionally कि इस situation में कैसे behave करना है.
The data set, totally everything is data set.
But हर चीज तो हम learn नहीं करा सकते. Like as a human भी हमें
हर चीज मैंने भी लर्न नहीं की हुई, जो आपको आता होगा वो मुझे नहीं आता होगा.
But ma'am, you know the situation कि हमें इसमें कैसे behave करना है, like बिना
That has been taught to
to a
me.
new situation.
From last many years, that has been taught to me. Right? The things will be taught to machine. That's what I'm saying. The data set which will be provided, only on that machines will be acting. Depends. No problem.
Thank you.
Right now, we are talking about कि AI हमारे लिए कितना useful है. But as a teacher, अगर मैं कुछ questions students को दूँगी करने के लिए, तो of course they will use AI.
Yeah, that is in your mind. Because we have made the things available to them, and the easy thing out, we don't have patience to read in library through books. I'm telling you the answer as a faculty. ठीक है, आगे बोलिए.
अब तो मैम एज अ साइंस टीचर मैं उनको ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग के लिए एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस दूंगी.
हाँ जी.
ताकि वो अपना यूज कर अपना ब्रेन का यूज कर सके, ताकि उनको नेचुरली वो देख सके कि ये वाली जो चीज है आज पढ़ी है कि रियल लाइफ में कैसे एग्जिस्ट हो रही है. बट अगर हम एआई में देख रहे हैं, इवन द आंसर्स आर एप्लीकेशन बेस्ड, बिल्कुल रियल लगते हैं. हमें ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ बच्चे ने सोचा होगा ऐसा, वो वहां से पढ़ेगा. ऑफ कोर्स वो अपना इंटेलिजेंस बढ़ा रहा है, लेकिन इनिशिएट उसने अपने माइंड से नहीं किया, उसने
ब्रेनस्टॉर्म नहीं किया.
हाँ, ब्रेनस्टॉर्म नहीं किया. तो यहाँ पे हम कैसे यूज मतलब
Question is over. Can I start? Thank you. When you are talking about this, asking the student to brainstorm it, right? You cannot talk to 40 students in the same class at the same time. They must not be having the phones. I don't have idea about that. Are they allowed phones in the school? No. So the things can be discussed. The discussion kind of a thing can be done in class, right? Give them the real time problem in your class. At the same time, when they are in your front, I'm so sorry. When they are in front of you, right? You are giving the homework. You're expecting. I've seen many of my friends or the colleagues like, okay, fine, they're using the 11-12 साल का बच्चा है, they're using the chat, right? होमवर्क मिल रहा है. होमवर्क तो शायद यहाँ पे जितने हम खड़े हैं हमें भी मिला था. अवेयरनेस है, अवेयरनेस है, तो माइंड को यूज ना करें. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन अस. हमारे ऊपर भी बहुत सारी चीजें डिपेंड करती हैं, आपके ऊपर ही नहीं. एज अ फैकल्टी हमारे ऊपर भी बहुत सारी चीजें डिपेंड करती है. आप आंसर दो. हम ग्रुप डिस्कशन कराते हैं कॉलेज, ठीक है, ये हमारा पार्ट, हम उसी टाइम टॉपिक देते हैं.
मैम वो मैं समझ रही हूँ कि ग्रुप डिस्कशन अपनी क्लास में करना है, बट आफ्टर ऐसे भी नहीं है ना कि हर चीज को क्लास में छोड़ दिया जाएगा. कुछ आगे घर के लिए
दिया जाएगा, घर पे होमवर्क दिया जाएगा. और एक सेकंड बेटे, 11th-12th क्लास के बच्चे से आप फोन भी नहीं छीन सकते, है ना. आप 11th आप साइंस की बात कर रहे हो, अगर आप स्पेशलाइजेशन की बात कर रहे हो तो आप फिजिक्स केमिस्ट्री और बायोलॉजी पढ़ाने जाओगे, है ना. और 11th क्लास के बच्चे को बोलना फोन छोड़ दो, अपने आप करो. इट इज डिफिकल्ट टास्क. Asking them to behave very properly and बहुत सात्विक होके हो जाओ, अब आप करो. एक का आइडिया, नो प्रॉब्लम, हमने भी लिया होगा. हमारा सिर्फ सोच डिफरेंट था. दैट वाज बुक्स. बुक्स के अलावा हम ही सोच लेते थे. आप किसी से पूछ लेते, हम बुक्स में से पढ़ते थे, हम बुक्स से आइडिया लेते थे, हम लोगों से डिस्कशन करते. ठीक है, यहाँ डिस्कशन ही नहीं है. आप जब उस चीज के बारे में जैसे स्टूडेंट ने सोचा, आप उससे उसका पर्सपेक्टिव पूछिए. जब भी हम किसी चीज को डीप के बारे में सोचते हैं तो उसके डिफरेंट डायमेंशंस होते हैं. वो सारे डायमेंशंस को नहीं सोच पाएंगे ना. आपका डायमेंशन कुछ और होगा. आस्क अबाउट इट. हाउ डू यू थिंक दैट दिस कुड बी इम्प्लीमेंटेड? ठीक है. थैंक यू सो मच. Thank you so much, AIE, and thank you again, Abhilasha ma'am, for inviting me. I don't know how much I was helpful for you people, but AI is for you. It is for you. Right? Don't make the life out of it. And there are many tools that will help you out. Make use of it. Save your time, but don't make it like your life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, you've been a great source of inspiration and guidance, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now kindly request our esteemed guest to gracefully step down from the dais as we proceed with the forthcoming segment of the program. We are deeply honored by your presence and sincerely appreciate your cooperation.
क्या कहते हैं? कैसे स्कूल है?
So moving ahead, it is with great excitement that we now move to one of the most anticipated segments of today's program, our panel discussion. This session promises to be a conference of innovation, tradition, and insightful dialogue. Our distinguished panelists will take us on an intellectual journey. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to welcome our esteemed panelists for the discussion. First, I would like to formally welcome our esteemed Dr. Abhlasha Gautama, Principal of Army Institute of Education, Greater Noida. Next, we are honored to have with us Mrs. Aditi Basu Roy, ma'am, Principal of Bragg International School, Greater Noida. We also have Mrs. Harvinder Kaur, ma'am, Principal of Sardar Patel Vidyalaya, Eda Gautam Buddha Nagar. And finally, we have Dr. Mukta Misra, ma'am, Director and Chairperson of Samudra International School, Greater Noida. Without further ado, I now formally invite Dr. Jyoti Tiwari, ma'am, the moderator of this thought-provoking session. Dr. Jyoti Tiwari, ma'am, is a renowned visionary thinker and a dynamic leader in the field of education. Dr. Tiwari, ma'am, will be leading us through the session. Ma'am, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Rashmi and Kiran. Good morning, respected principal ma'am, registrar sir, esteemed panelists, revered speakers, my colleagues and dear students. As we are moving towards the next segment of this education conclave, I, Dr. Jyoti Tiwari, moderator of this session, welcome you all to this panel discussion. We have had an insightful morning so far, with enlightening addresses by Dr. D.D. Agarwal sir and Ms. Neha Sabarwal ma'am, who have shared their expertise on the theme. As we continue to explore the transformative journey of education, it's time to delve deeper into the core theme of our conclave through a panel discussion. We are honored to have with us three distinguished principals who have significantly contributed to the field of education, will share their valuable insights and perspectives on the evolution of teaching and learning. And it's my privilege to introduce our esteemed panelists with you all. So at my left side, we have Dr. Mukta Mishra, Director and Chairperson of Samudra International School, Greater Noida. Dr. Mishra has 35 years of experience and she is renowned for her research in strategic leadership and flipped classroom. She is a prolific author and respected CBSE resource person. We welcome you, ma'am. Next we have Mrs. Harvinder Kaur, Principal of Sardar Patel Vidyalaya, NOIDA, Gautam Nagar. With 27 years of diverse experience in the education, Mrs. Kaur has been a pioneer in innovative educational practices, a certified CBSE resource person, and NCERT master trainer. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. Next we have, this is Aditi Basuroy, Principal of GRETS International School, Greater Noida. With over 30 years of experience in the field, Mrs. Roy is a veteran educationist dedicated to holistic and inclusive education. She has also contributed extensively to literature, cultural activities, and educational reforms. Welcome you, ma'am. And next we have our own principal, ma'am, Dr. Abhilasha Gautam, ma'am, an insightful academician with over 15 years of experience in the field of teacher education. She is a passionate and motivating educator who believes in to make each day fruitful with full of new experiences for the learners. We welcome you too, ma'am. So our discussion today will focus on the evolution of teaching and learning methods, the impact of technology, and the future of education. Let's begin with Mrs. Aditi Basuroy, ma'am. So, ma'am, as we are from the generation where we have studied from the traditional method and we have witnessed the evolution of technology also. So, my question for you is, what can we learn from old teaching methods that might help us now?
Thank you, Dr. Tiwari. I'm very happy to come here. It's always a pleasure to come to our Institute of Education. It's one of my favorite institutes in Greater Noida. Okay. So I'm always happy to see you children and all the faculty members, so as everybody. And saying so, my question is to what we can take away, take forward from that ancient wisdom and also the traditional. What do you mean by tradition? Tradition is one which is accepted by the society and going on and on for years and years. Okay, you cannot forget the tradition. You cannot ignore the tradition. As she said, you cannot ignore AI. So you have to make balance of both. You cannot ignore any modernity, you cannot ignore tradition. So you remember in traditional method of teaching, methodology, not always it was the guru was the center, sage on the stage. Okay, so and now it is the guide on the side. It is not so. So guru was somebody who helped a student to realize his potential. So now also we do the same. So what are the methods? But you see, in the old method, guru was a person, or the teacher was a person who had the least salary in the whole society, but has the most respect in the whole society. And in a village, panchayat or village, although I am born and brought up in city Kolkata, in a village and even cities, so a teacher, a guru, in village, a master ji was the most respect. Even the mukhiya used to respect and get up when the master ji came. That was the respect. Where is that? Where is that today? Do you respect your teachers as much? It is not about you. It is about the changing society. All right. So now it is very, very evidently and openly criticized. Teachers are criticizing the parents. Teachers, just now I was facing a parent that the teacher has not taught in the child lied at home and she did not study and say the teacher did not teach well in the class. And the parents came to fight that the teacher did not complete syllabus. I said, okay, let me have a conference call with a student of other students. And he came late. He was supposed to come at 10 o'clock. He came at 11, almost 10:30, after 10:30. And he started fighting, that questioning in front of the students that the teacher did not complete the syllabus. Now, where do you think the value of the teacher lies? And now I said, okay, it's all right. Let me have a conference call to the whole class. So I had a conference call and called him. And I said that these are the problem. I did not ask that anybody complained. I said that what are the chapters you did not understand? What are the chapters which we not, because we want to refresh it. It will be a refresher course and we'll have some scaffolding. So what are the things? So they said, yes, everything that they were talking about science and math, everything is done. So now we are criticizing, parents are criticizing in front of children, the teachers. They are coming and saying, what what is it? Unacceptable, unparliamentary language fighting with the principal. They are using unparliamentary languages. So where are we standing? It's very painful. So we have to reinstill these values in that. The teachers, if you don't respect, no knowledge transfer will happen. First half of the guru being a guru and Vishya is to surrender. Not only the Shishya, but also the family of the Shishya. Means the student family have to surrender before the school, before the teachers. And after that, if anything happens, we are there to protect you. We are there to take the burden. We are there to take. And then one more important thing that we had in the ancient time was, don't you think so? I think that we have to reinstall these values that which is deteriorating, is degrading for the society. That's respecting the elders, respecting the teacher unconditionally. ये हम अब लेबल करते हैं, ये अच्छी पढ़ाती है, ये अच्छी नहीं पढ़ाती, ये अच्छी पढ़ाती, ये अच्छी नहीं पढ़ाती, ये टीचर तो क्लास नहीं करना है इनका. What is this यार? If you अच्छी नहीं पढ़ाती, जो मैम आपकी पढ़ाई समझ में नहीं आया, can you repeat it? So that is one of the most important things that we have to bring back. And also one more thing we have to bring back to the traditional method. It's not about rote learning. It was the research oriented. Now we do research, means it is not research, it is research. You go on searching researching on others' inventions, others' discovery, what others said. That is research. My professor, when I was doing MSc and I started MPhil, then my professor don't do research, search. We have to, my professor told me search, don't research. Now we tell them to research. Why don't you search? That has to be researched. So there are a few things that that was very good during the old times. And I brought up in Calcutta, and what I see today, I've all done those. Those creative thinking, critical thinking. I've been brought up in that. My teachers were like that. And that's hands-on education. We used to go to BITM, Bihar Industrial Technological Museum, for doing the aero modeling, and go to the Bihala Fine Club to fly that aero models. We used to do electronic. We used to do what is that step up, step down transformer we used to make. So it's nothing new to me. It's all the things in the new rack. The gifts are same in the new rack. Only except for the information technology, I don't think there is a very big change has happened in the world. Only where the change has happened is in the computers, in the chips, and information technology. So we have to follow those things. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful answers. So, ma'am, as a principal, you might have seen that some teachers are still comfortable in their traditional methods. They don't want to innovate. So, as a principal, how you motivate them to accept and use technological tools, and what type of professional development programs you provide to teachers for their training?
See, in this whole, in this era, as ma'am also said, yes, said that you cannot ignore technology now. We are into the technological era. Okay, so Julia Verne, 150 years back, he imagined of these things, kind of world. Aldous Huxley, The Brave New World, he thought of this kind of world. Okay, so that was, nobody thought of. So that is, we cannot ignore this technology. It has to stay with us. It has to develop every year. एक नया version every year आ जाएगा. 4.2, 5.2, 6.8, क्या jelly bean, ये bean, वो bean, क्या आ जाएगा. There's no stop of that. Chewing gum, chocolate, everything will come. All right. So it's that you have to accept. What is there any option that you don't accept? There's no option. Is there any option that you don't accept? AI? You don't have an option. So now when you have to accept, is there any option you don't accept your parents? No option. When you have to accept them, then think how to bring them into my faida, into my shoes, into my development. All right. So it's a waste of teaching that what it was if we don't AI. Is there anything who don't use AI? अभी तो ChatGPT की जरूरत नहीं है, मेटा है ना, जरूरत नहीं है. So फोन में मेटा है, मेटा से पूछो, मेटा is giving you all answers. So you don't have to buy anything. So it's so easy now, and as the life is becoming easier, people are becoming lazy. you know. So that's natural. आपको गांव में जाके देखिए, और जिसमें I've been to just now, I've to Corbett National Park, I came back yesterday. So जिम कॉर्बेट में देखिए लोग चलते हैं माइलों एक जगह से, पहाड़ों में जाके देखिए कितना चढ़ाई उतार, ना व्हाट हार्डशिप. जितना भी आप सोफिस्टिकेशन आएंगे, शहर में आएंगे, उतना कंफर्टेबल लाइफ, उतना आलसी बनते जा रहे हैं. They are so lazy. And then now you have to, we are in the city, now we will talk about the city. How to make this laziness of us to be, even I am lazy. There's no point of arguing or entertaining, no. So how to make myself, it is my duty to make myself active. How to learn new things. During the lockdown, before the lockdown, you know, in 2015, I learned, did a course from University of New South Wales on online teaching and blended learning. Okay, I completed the course very with flying colors and very nice, but I thought it's a waste of time. 2015, we never thought of COVID, isn't it? So I tried that in my school also, and took longer than I expected. The blended learning and online teaching. I tried that, and that even parents did not accept that time. बच्चे को कंप्यूटर में और पढ़ा के क्या सिखाना चाहते हैं, सब find up all type of things. Now COVID came. This was what happened? Everyone switched to the online teaching. And one of the student was asking ma'am that what about what about if students they cheat from this thing? I'm not talking about the research and plagiarism check. I'm talking about it is the whole answer depends on your question. The good question makes the pupil learn. It is the ability to make good question. If you give them the research-based homework, where will they ask that make up research-based? You give them that this is the situation and that is their home situation. Usko kya pata hai? They have to work on that. All right. So give them the research-based, and that we give them the teachers that kind of training. That in CBSE 50 hours training, all of you know that we have to, our teachers have to complete 50 hours of training on CBSE. And I'm a master trainer also. It's a ISTM trained. ISTM is a very rigorous training that Government of India training department. So that I'm trained by ISTM, and that was rigorous training that I became the master trainer also. So after that, training is my passion. Because training means wants to elevate. Elevate what? Not spiritually. Elevate the quality of deliberation, quality of delivery, quality of transaction. When you are teaching, a teacher is inside a class, it is a transaction happening between the student and teacher. A training elevates, refines the transaction process, makes you richer every day. So the teacher training, every kind of training wherever, and now at this time, competency-based question paper making is very, very important because board is having 50% of marks in competency-based question paper. So that has to be, our teachers are thoroughly getting trained by others and by me for all the kinds of training, soft skill training, safety training, all kinds of training we do in school.
Thank you, ma'am. So, ma'am, what do you think the future of education will look like with more technology?
It's very difficult to say because we don't know the K Sarasara. You remember how many of you want to sing with me K Sarasara? Whatever will be, will be. The future is not for us to see. You sing for us? Me? Okay, it's K Sarasara. Whatever will be, will be. The future is not for us to see. K Sarasara. So, future, what is the future is going to be like, but technology is not going to go away. I'm not going to take backseat. Now, what are teachers? You are the budding teachers. You are not student. You're a student. You have come to learn teaching, isn't it? Now, the budding teacher, you have more, what to say, challenges to make your questions, to make your inquiries such that the student learn. And technology can help you in that. In future, technology is going to help you in making your teaching robust. So that is in future, every class will have, I don't know, maybe every teacher will, now already all classes are allowing, all top classes or all this thing. But whatever is the rest of the India, this is we are talking about, we are talking about the 10% of India. Behind the metropolitan cities lies the actual India. What about them? Think about them. Do for something for them. Take technology to them. Some of the companies are doing Ajit Premji Foundation, and Geo, they are doing that. So you also do your part. If you belong to a village, if you belong to a small city, please give back. Don't come to this polluted city. I want to go from here. If you anybody give me a job anywhere outside this, I'm going to ready to go. Absolutely, because I'm here because I have a job in a very good school. I love my school. But if you offer me any job outside this, I'm going out from NCR. Please don't come back to NCR to pollute more, to have more pollution, to inhale more gas chambers, to stay in the gas chamber. All right, go to your place, go to your city, go to your place, go to your town and small villages and adopt that village. Tell them technology, give them technology, teach them through technology, teach them new things along with the traditional things.
Thank you so much, ma'am. You have covered my next question also. I was about to request you to please share your message to my student, and you have already covered. Thank you so much for sharing your answers, and Insta is a very flat platform. Thank you so much. So my next question is for Mrs. Haditha Paul, ma'am. So ma'am, there is a drawback of technology that it reduces the human connection. So how can we use technology without losing personal connection between teachers and students?
First of all, good afternoon to each and everyone present over here, and I'm really thankful to Abhilasha ma'am and the management of AI. Coming to AIE is like homecoming for me. So I'm really thankful to you all for giving me this opportunity to come and be with these budding teachers. Thank you for your question, ma'am. And your question is, how can technology help our teachers?
Ma'am, actually, there is a drawback of using technology that it reduces the human connection. Okay. So how we can maintain the connection with the students while using technology?
Okay. So as what Gurukul has rightly said, that technology is best when it brings people together. So as since morning we are talking about technology, ma'am has given a very beautiful presentation on AI. So student teachers, you have to use blended learning. But when you are using blended learning, you must bring your personal expertise with yourself. So when you are teaching, when you are using technology, you must have some kind of personalized learning, individualized learning, and you should not lose personal touch. So for that, what you can do, you can have online check-ins. When you are giving your lessons online, you must have one-to-one connect with your students. You must give them personalized learning, individualized learning. And by using technology, you can also use your own human touch. It is very important to use technology. At the same time, you must be with the students whenever they need. So your teaching learning will be very fruitful when you are using AI, choosing all digital tools, but at the same time, you have your own impact also.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So ma'am, as a teacher, we cannot use technology without the institutional support because it requires infrastructure, equipment, and technical assistance. So what institutional support is extended to your teachers from your side to implement these technology-driven changes in the classroom? And are there specific budget, infrastructure, and technical assistance is provided from your side?
Yes, ma'am. It is very much there. So when we plan our annual budget, it is very much there for our digitalization of our education, digital infrastructure, we do allocate budget. And as far as our CBSE is concerned, each and everything, like if you last to last in September only, we have completed our summer exam, so we have to have proper digital infrastructure. And as far as professional development of teachers is concerned, we do keep budget for that also. So all our teachers are trained as far as digital tools are concerned. We have smart boards, we have smart classes, we have updated software. Last week only we have a workshop on AI-driven smart boards. So yes, managements are taking care of as far as digital infrastructure is concerned. And but one thing is very important when we provide this kind of blended, you can say infrastructure, digital infrastructure. One thing we must tell them, and we tell our students also, balance is very important. So we must keep balance while using our digital infrastructure. We should not forget our own expertise at any level, be it as a teacher or principal or as a student. So it's very important.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, your message for our students as they are future teachers, so they should know what is the expectation of principals from them.
See, we are budding teachers, so I would like to tell you one thing that after seeing you all, we are satisfied that the future of our country is in safe hands. So it's very important for teachers to give that kind of personal touch. You have your personal bonding with the students, but you should not be at the same time be personal with them. So there is a very thin line between giving that personal touch and being personal. And it's very important to, you should not be limited your teaching to classroom tasks. Make your teaching beyond the walls of your classrooms, of your school. Try and prepare soft citizens, global citizens. Okay? So it is very important for you to bring that kind of human touch in each and every student, because each and every student is very important, and each and every student has definitely, he has something great which other cannot have. Students these days are very intelligent, they are very intelligent. So many things we as principal also, we learn from teachers, we learn from students. So we must regard them, we must give them the respect which they deserve, and we must honor their abilities. And we are very happy to see you all. Such brilliant students are sitting here, and our country is definitely going to progress when the command is there.
Appreciating words and sharing your vision with us. Thank you, ma'am. And my next question is for Dr. Yukta Mishra, ma'am. Ma'am, we want to know the role of NCERT and CBSE in this regard, as they are decision-making authorities. So, what are the key steps NCERT and CBSE have taken to make the teaching learning process more technology-driven?
It's not now that CBSE and NCERT have taken the steps. Your question is technology. So the technology has become a hype nowadays. Technology, if I say technology, it has originated from the word technique. Any technique which makes the teaching learning more effective is the technology. So since the inception, these two bodies, they were formed just to make the teaching learning more impactful. However, in today's scenario, lot of programs have been initiated by Ministry of Education, because under the Ministry of Education is NCERT and CBSE they are working. The first is the Prime Minister E-Vidya. Under Prime Minister E-Vidya, there are a lot of programs which each one of us, you and me, we need to update ourselves very, very regularly. One is SWAM portal, which is talking about the upgradation. Diksha portal, that is digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing. So the technology which you are referring to, then e-Pathshala by NCRT. E-Pathshala with NCRT, it's not only the books they have made digital, rather the elements, they are available, the PPTs are available, the videos are available, the lesson plans are available. So that's the kind of support which NCRT and CBSE they are doing it for the schools.
Yes, thank you so much, ma'am. You very nicely mentioned that technology was always there. My next question is, ma'am, what challenges do teachers face in adopting technology-driven methods, and how are CBSE and school management addressing those hurdles?
See, if you talk about the challenges, I'm sure this young generation do not have that challenge of adapting the technology. But definitely in the schools, when we see the teachers, by the way, my experience is 42 years. I have retired from DPS Siddharthya, so I think after Agarwal sir, I'm the oldies. So when like Aditi, when we go for the CBSE sessions, according to the new education policy, it is mandatory that every teacher needs to have 50 hours of training in one academic session. Out of that 25 hours, they are mandatory to have at CBSE sessions to the CBSE affiliated schools. So when we ask why you are here, the first thing is, I mean, some of them, those who are a little grown up, they say because 25 घंटे वो पूरे करने हैं इसलिए हम यहाँ. So that unwillingness is there. They don't want to learn. The second point which I say, the challenge in using the new gadgets. If at this age of 62 years, I did not have any option then to undergo the training which Aditi ma'am was referring. The training was from ISTM, that is Institute of Secretariat of Training and Management, which is a Government of India body. I am just giving this example that 42 years in school education. Then I have been trained during my tenure from IIM Ahmedabad and IIM Kolkata. Still, it was expected from me to go for that TOT, training of teachers. That is mandatory. So willingness, and we realize that despite of being technologically updated, there were so many other things which we need to learn. Time constraint, definitely it is there, but it was always there. How much do we crib? We can never stretch that 24 hours to 25 or 26 hours. That means I need to learn how to manage my time. This is another concern which the teachers they feel. How the CBSE and the management they are supporting. CBSE is constantly having the trainings for the teachers, the trainings for the on-job teachers. It's mandatory for 25 hours. They are having online trainings also and the offline face-to-face trainings also. Besides this, continuously not only the teachers, even the heads of the schools, it's mandatory for them to go for the trainings. The 50 hours training is not only for the teachers, for the heads of the schools as well, which is a very, very positive point. The school managements, they are helping. When we talk about the technology, it's a phrase that you open the carton and the software is obsolete, and you click the button and the hardware is gone. It's outdated. So we are living in this time. I remember the quotes by Sri M.M. Pant, who is the veteran in technology, the former vice chancellor of IGNOU, and still he is giving the lectures to so many countries abroad. He said, we are living in the slowest time of technology. If we feel that we are very fast, this is the slowest time of technology, with the machine learning and AI being a part of our life. Just see after 10 years or 15 years how the things are going to change. Something you were asking how the things will change. What I can foresee, the Bloom's taxonomy we talk about so much. The Bloom's also said the same thing what Gandhiji said. Gandhiji said that the education should be for 3 H: head, heart, and hand. The same thing Bloom said. He said that our education should be for the cognitive domain, for the affective domain, and for the psychomotor domain. When we say the lesson plans which we make, the Bloom's pyramid, we are lesson plans for the cognitive domain, they are made as per the Bloom's pyramid. I can foresee the integration of technology is going to invert the Bloom's taxonomy. Bottom is the knowledge and the top is the creating, right? Synthesis or creation. If you see a 3 or 4-year-old child making the reel, creating without having the knowledge was seen here or there, and the knowledge probably when he grow, he will have the in-depth knowledge of it. This is my thinking that in the times to come, this Bloom is going to invert, and we need to search for it, what it will be. Our job is not to repeat the things, as again, I am repeating, not to research. Our job is to search the things. Right?
Thank you so much.
It was a little lengthy.
You very nicely covered that unwillingness and psychological barriers are the main hurdle in offering technology. Ma'am, at last, message from for our students.
Message to the students. First thing, a compliment to all the teaching fraternity that teachers remain young, always young, right? तो वो जो कहते हैं कि हमारी त्वचा से हमारी उम्र का पता ही नहीं चलता, उसका राज ये है कि हम बच्चों के बीच में रहते हैं. Feel yourself that you are blessed. First thing. Point number 2. Never plan your lesson for the knowledge transaction. Your learning objective should have the cover all the 3 domains, that is knowledge, skill, and the attitude. Point number 3, update yourself for the latest techniques, technology. I a little disagree with Dr. Neha that nothing is free. There are n number of apps which I can actually use in my classroom, which are free. Definitely, see, as an administrator, as a teacher, lot of things are there. I cannot burden my management for anything and everything. Now I want this app, now I want this app, now I want this app. There are n number of apps which are absolutely free, Definitely not that advanced level. If I'm using Padlet, to certain extent, Padlet is free. Beyond that, I have to pay, right? Mentimeter, to certain extent, it's free. Beyond that, I have to pay. Similarly, hot potatoes, Kahoot, Google, that Teams, all these, to certain extent, they are free. You cannot shoot the management. Now I want this. Now I want this. So explore as many as you can and integrate it in your lesson plan. And the last thing, never lose that human touch. Retain the empathy. Teach in your classroom to respect. Teach in your classroom to appreciate, celebrate similarities and appreciate differences. This is what we need to teach in our classroom. So wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Yes. It's already.
Yes, ma'am.
देखो, as all of us discussed, everybody is discussed. I did her at the last minute that about technology, how important it is in our life. But one thing, get it clear that updated technology, however updated it is, however modern it is, not going to change. Not going to take a teacher's role. Okay, it's not going to replace the teacher. But those who are empowered with technology is going to definitely replace those who are not. ठीक है, तो टेक्नोलॉजी तो मतलब टीचर्स को अगर if you go on online, there's a teacher teaching you. Online में ऐसे ही आपका ये नहीं आता है. There's a online learning जो है, there's a teacher who is teaching you. Okay, always. And then there was always a teacher who is there. But those who do not now, for your generation, those who have the latest technology knowledge, upgrade yourself. What I mean is upgrade yourself. Always. हम इतने age में आके भी we are upgrading every day. We are upgrading yourself. Isn't it? Every day we are upgrading. हमारे जब बचपन में कंप्यूटर तो it was only in the ISI, Indian Institute of Statistical Institute, और बैंगलोर में IISc. ये दोनों जगह कंप्यूटर था. And they were bigger than this room. Punching card 01 binary में punch होता था हमारे बचपन में school days में. So now we have adopted everything. So you have to update yourself. Just go on learning. I want to learn till I die. The day I die, I want to learn something. Thank you.
So my next question is for Dr. Abhilasha ma'am. Ma'am, as you belong with teacher education, so my question is for you is how to prepare teachers for AI evolution and what are challenges and requirements in this regard?
Thank you for the question, Jyoti ma'am. You have not spared me today. Before I give my answer to this question, I'm very grateful to Agarwal sir and ma'am, all the beautiful principals for being here and for giving such insightful views on this topic. Coming to your question, ma'am, how we are preparing students for AI uses. So as far as
that's beautiful.
So you are smart. You are very, very smart. This how can we replace this thing from AI? So how we can we are actually doing. Ma'am, as we have seen the curriculum of our teacher education, so in our teacher education, there is a lot more scope of including these terms as AI and ICT, because there was a time when the technology and learning terms were only used, then came ICT, and now AI. Maybe it will take long time to incorporate this terminology in the curriculum through the policymakers. But meantime, time we in the institutions can incorporate this
through the trainings, collaboration with the industry persons, and of course the experts of AI can be invited, as we have invited today, Neha ma'am, and as the principals who are already there incorporating these terminologies in the schools. So these kind of activities should be conducted very frequently in the classrooms, so that these students, when they will be going into the schools for the teaching, the principals may not feel any problem with them to get them adjusted in the system. Next is self-motivation. No lecture can ever replace self-learning. So this self-learning is must. We are here, and any teacher education institutions can only provide some platforms and can give some ideas. Exploration of ideas depend on the students, the future teachers, and of course the teachers who are teaching them. So self-exploration is must, self-learning is must. Today Neha ma'am has given so many ideas. Now ma'am will talk about teacher apps, but using that in their teaching learning is at their part. So that is much more important than what institutions and curriculum is providing. Next is maybe more collaborations with the industries. The industries which are developing apps. Bharti Airtel is doing work in this field, and there are many others. Those industries can be invited. Some collaborations with those schools who are setting up AI labs in their schools. Maybe that connection will more work on the grounds to train them. Because what I feel that there is a gap between what schools are doing in their system and what we are teaching to the students. So that bridge should be, that gap should be bridged. So these are some of the ideas that I feel that should be implemented.
Thank you so much, Abhinasha. One thing I would like to share, which most of you would be doing, CBSE has made AI compulsory from class 9. Now it is from class 6 because the curriculum they are advancing. So whatever a few years back children learned visual basic in classes 11, now it is seeping down to classes 6 and 7. So you be prepared for it. And the NEP talks about the integration of art, integration of physical education, integration of technology. So these AI or the computers will not be taught as a standalone subject. Be your English teacher, Hindi teacher, maths teacher, science teacher, you need to integrate all these in your lessons. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for guiding me. Thank you, ma'am. एक कहानी सुना मैं एक कहानी सुना अच्छा कहानी के लिए टीचर क्या है ठीक है आई एम टीचर फ्रॉम द कोर ऑफ माय हार्ट भगवान बुद्ध जब अपना ज्ञान ये करके सबको ज्ञान बांटते हुए अपना विहार ये करके परिक्रमा करके काशी में पहुंचे तो सारनाथ के पास एक जगह में बैठे तो he was giving his deliberation circles तो वो सब अपने deliberation दे रहे थे अपना जो ज्ञान ये कर रहे थे तो तब एक बहुत ज्यादा स्मार्ट बच्चा सोचे अच्छा ये अपने आप को ज्यादा ही समझते हैं स्मार्ट इसका अभी तो स्मार्ट टेस्ट हम देखते हैं what he did he caught a fly in his hand ठीक है मतलब what is that fly को house fly को मच्छर को हाथ में पकड़े जिंदा मच्छर को and came to बुद्धिया कि हम इनको पूछेंगे कि मेरे हाथ में क्या है जिंदा है जो है वो जिंदा है कि मुर्दा है अगर जिंदा बोलेंगे कि बोले जिंदा है तो हम इसको मार देंगे हाथ से इसके कुछ इनके मार देंगे और बोले देखो और अगर मुर्दा बोलेंगे हम उसको जिंदा दिखा देंगे तो कुछ नहीं ऐसा करके मुट्ठी बंद कर देगा तो भगवान बुद्ध को पूछो स्मार्टली सबके सामने कि बोलिए आप तो सब जानते हो तो आप बताओ मेरे हाथ में क्या है जो है एक जीव है वो जिंदा है कि मुर्दा है भगवान बुद्ध ने बोले इट्स इन योर हैंड आपके हाथ में अप टू यू ये जिंदा है कि मुर्दा है ये आपके हाथ में है मतलब आपके हाथ में है मतलब इट्स अप टू यू तो तब वो सोचे अरे ये तो हमसे भी स्मार्ट निकला then it is absolutely everything in our hand. हम खरीद कितना भी करते जाए फिर कंप्लेन करते जाए it is in our hand. हम जिंदा छोड़े कि मुर्दा छोड़े हमारे ऊपर निर्भर होता है.
You have given very nice answer to my question. And I want to add here that AI is very much associated with us as our institute name is AI.
But at this AIE, nothing can beat this AIE.
As we conclude this enriching panel discussion, let's reflect on the theme from Gurukul to AI, evolution of teaching and learning. We have heard about the valuable lessons from traditional teaching methods and how they can still relevant with modern practices. On panel, our panelists have emphasized the critical role of principals and institutional support in helping teachers embrace new technologies, ensuring the essence of personal connection in education is not lost. We have explored the various professional development programs that are essential for teachers to stay updated with technological advancement. The discussion highlights the significant steps taken by the NCERT and CBSE in promoting technology-driven learning. So in essence, the journey from Gurukul to AI reflects on an ongoing evolution that combines the best of both worlds, honoring the wisdom of traditional methods while embracing the potential of technological innovations to enhance the learning experiences for the students. So before we conclude, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our panelists for their time and contribution. Your expertise and perspectives have provided us with a deeper understanding of the evolving landscape of education. I also want to thank Dr. V. Agarwal sir and Neha Sabharwal ma'am for their valuable session. And I also want to thank Ms. Sanghamitra Singh ma'am from Bharti Airtel who will orient our students about the teacher app. Once again, thank you very much. And Kiran for further. नष्ट नहीं करना से बर्बाद
We extend our profound gratitude to our esteemed principals for the enlightening perspectives and significant contribution. Thank you so much, ma'am. Moving ahead, we now have the distinct honor of acknowledging the respected leaders in the field of education. To present a token of gratitude, I now invite Dr. Anurasha Gautam ma'am to felicitate our distinguished panel. To begin with, I request Mrs. Aditi Basurai ma'am, Principal at Graz International School, Greater Noida, to come forward and receive the token of gratitude. Next, may I request ma'am to kindly felicitate Ms. Sangeeta Kaur ma'am, Principal of Sardar Patel Vidyalaya, NOIDA, Gautam Budh Nagar. Now may I request Dr. Mukta Mishra ma'am, Director and Chairperson of Samoja International School, Greater Noida, to come forward. We are delighted to felicitate Mrs. Sanghamitra Singh Ma'am from Bharti Airtel, whose valuable presence and insights on the teacher app will enrich our program today. May I now request our respected principal ma'am to kindly felicitate her and do the honors. Thank you to all our panelists for such an enlightening discussion. Moving ahead, we are thrilled to introduce the next segment of our program, the Orientation of the Teacher app. This app is a revolutionary tool designed to empower educators with innovative features that enhance teaching effectiveness and classroom engagement. To guide us through this session, we are honored to have Ms. Sanghamitra Singh Ma'am from Bharti Airtel with us today. Ms. Singh Ma'am is a distinguished professional with extensive experience in technology and its applications in education. She will provide us with an in-depth overview of the app, its features, and how it can transform teaching practices. Without further ado, I now invite Ms. Sanghamitra Singh Ma'am to take the stage and lead the orientation. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible? So myself Sanghamitra from Bharti Airtel Foundation, and I am really excited to let you know about our app, which most of you have already seen during our launch. And before I start anything or you say anything about the app, I would like to know how many of you have actually installed the app in your phone. Okay, so till I begin with the session, I would request all of you to please go to the Play Store and search for the Teacher app. It is mentioned there as Bharti Airtel Foundation. You can download that app in your phone. Okay. So I'm associated with Bharti. So I have been actually listening to all the esteemed guests and the professors from the time that I have been in this particular session today morning. That AI is important. Yes, technology is important for our future growth and for our future learning. And with the same belief, we do understand that in the current situation, teachers need to upgrade themselves continuously for their learning and for their understanding of the you can say the way a concept needs to be handled or the way a teaching needs to be carried forward in the classes. So with this motto or the vision, Bharti Airtel Foundation presents the Teacher app for all the teachers across world, I can say. And This particular app is completely free for everybody to use. There is no charge, nothing for this. Okay. This app is launched by the philanthropic arm of Bharti Airtel, which is Bharti Airtel Foundation, and we started this since the year 2000, where we started actually, where we started establishing schools in the remotest of villages, and that's why our motto was transforming India one village at a time. We started with the very first project, that was Satyabharti Schools program. Currently, we have 164 schools around 4 states, and all these schools are completely provide free education to all the students with the complete holistic approach that is given to the students, not only scholastic but co-scholastic also. Everything, all the facilities that is provided in these schools, and these schools, I must tell you, they are in the remotest of the places in villages of these states. We provide all types of curricular, co-curricular activities to the students, and we make sure that even the teachers that are those who are there to provide education to those kids are equipped enough to handle the kids over there and make sure that they pass on the correct the knowledge to those students. So we are providing them also the employment. All the teachers, they are there on the roles of Bharti Airtel Foundation. So from I can say from the time a brick is installed for that particular school till the student starts coming and the processes start happening, everything is organized and run by Bharti Airtel Foundation. Okay, so this is what is our reach for the Satyabharti School program. Next in the line is the quality support program. We have instilled a lot of processes that is there in our Satyabharti School programs, which we are trying to replicate with the help of our partnership with governments. So this quality support program is with the governments. We tie up with governments and for different projects, all the processes that we are running in our Satyabharti schools, we are trying to replicate it along with the government in the government schools through our quality support program and large scale initiatives. For this also, you can see the reach that we have already reached. We are already there in more than 12 states across India. And then comes the app for which I am actually here. We have launched this app on 25th of November officially by Honorable Minister Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan ji, and he gave this, he dedicated this app to the teachers with the theme Elevating Teachers, Elevating India. So this was the theme that we also thought of, and we actually spread this with the launch during the event. This particular app, I hope by now you have the teacher app in your phones. So this app provides you with a lot of multiple platforms. When I say multiple platforms, I mean that we are present on Android, on iPhone, and even on the web version. So all 3 platforms we are present there. Then we have a lot of threshold technologies wherein you have the option to start your learning, and then at your own pace, whenever you want, you can go to that particular course. Wait for the and then if you want to leave it then and there, you can leave it and then come back over there. We are also in the process of incorporating AI and chatbots into the app. It is in the progress. We are just, I can say, I was the second member in the team. So
we are still building it. That is all in the process. Then again, the third thing is that it is a complete secured environment. The moment you log into our app, everything is secured, from your details to whatever courses or whatever views you are sharing on our app. Everything is secured, and we do not share any data with anyone. It is completely protected. Your complete data is protected. So the vision that we have for this particular app starts with with the very first thing is the building capacity. We believe that teachers, as ma'am also said, that teachers are always a learner. We have to continue our learning, and the same thing we also feel, and that's the reason this is the very first vision that we want is the building capacity. With the help of the courses, the podcasts, webinars, whatever we have it in our app, all the materials which can help you to learn from it and upgrade your teaching or implement it in your class is there available to you. And we also have scholastic and post-scholastic, all the materials in our app. I will take you through the kind of materials that is there with my presentation. Then we also focus on the holistic school approach, which is very important. So in our schools also we follow a lot of process, whether it is taking the attendance or conducting an assembly. For each and everything, the Satyabhati schools, they have a laid down process, which every teacher of 164 schools follows. So if you go to one school and then to other school, you will not find any difference in it, because all the processes are laid down in such a way. And the same processes we believe that needs to be shared throughout with everybody with the help of our app. So we have for the holistic school approach, we have school processes, then thematic tests and event. We can keep on conducting online webinars and events. Recently, we conducted one science webinar. That was a series of webinar on our app. So those events and tests continue on our app. Then we do have state channels and teacher resources for the holistic school approach. We also believe in driving the engagement and innovation, for which we have the reward and recognition facility in our app, which is again still in the process. You can earn stars, and then in future the process will be there wherein you can utilize those stars also. With the help of our app, we believe in developing a community that is wherein you can actually share your ideas with the community of teachers that is there on the app. So this app is a very quick and easy and intuitive to use. You can see the moment you start getting you log into our page, you can see the different type, the different icons that is available to you. So here can you see this continue learning? The moment you start your course, and in case if you leave the course in between, you can start your journey, learning journey from there. Then you have the bookmark thing, which you can actually bookmark it. If you like something, you can save it for your future use, and you can later on come back to it and go through it. Then these are all the learning choices that you have. Courses, short videos. I'll take you through each one of them right now. Quizzes, Sunday polls. These are the polls that is there on our app. Podcasts, impact stories, TLM competition. Right now we are having a TLM competition that is already going on in the app. So the very first one is the courses. These courses are all self-paced courses, and we believe that these courses cater to the motto of knowledge, skills, and attitude, that the teacher actually not only gain the knowledge from these courses, but also gains some skills and attitudes which they can actually implement in the real classroom scenarios. We have certifications also. After completing these courses, you can actually attempt for the assessment, and then you can also get the certifications in it. These courses are all reflective and passive participatory. It's not that you have just started the course and then you can just finish it out. In between, you have a lot of reflective questions which you need to answer to go ahead in the particular course. So these courses we have tried our best to provide you with the relevant knowledge, skill, and attitude which you can use in your real life, real classroom scenarios. Then this is the first one. This is the one course sample that is going on. If you want to see, I'll just take you to the few minutes of the course. Sorry. Okay, then if you have the app in your listing, then you can actually see. You have the app in your phone. You can actually
use Sprint meaningfully during teaching and learning. This helps students see adults use print for various purposes, and that helps them understand that print carries meaning. This, in so many ways, forms the foundation for reading and writing. Print-rich environment includes prints to label things and spaces. For example, labeling cards for blackboard, chalkbox, book corner, containers and shelves for various materials, classrooms, names and offices, etc.
So if you will see, the content is a very reflective based content which you can actually, you will be prompted to give them answers in between and then proceed further. Then we have the next set of learning resource, that is the short videos. These short videos are very practical, quick and short modules, which can be either a TLM, which you can prepare with the most cost-effective materials within your class, or it is also some of these short videos also deal with a lot of misconceptions that students have with different concepts. So how can you deal with those misconceptions? So these are such, you can use these short videos for going through such misconceptions and dealing with it within your class. We have a lot of webinars being conducted on our app, and these webinars are all conducted with
a very good evening to all.
Conducted with the help of experts. They are all interactive. Then again, we make sure that they provide you with a real life connection. Okay. There are different types of webinars. We have thematic fests running around, and there are many events also that is going on with the help of the webinars. Recently, we finished with one science webinar that was a 3-day series, and all these webinars are there in the recorded version also on the app under the webinar category. So if you check your app under the webinar category, you can see all the recorded webinars that we have conducted till now. And these are all conducted with the help of experts. So I believe you will go through them whenever you find time. Then we have the teaching kits. These are direct kits, you can say, which you can use it for your teaching purpose. There are some teaching videos which can be directly used in the class for teaching purpose. Let's say if you have to teach addition of 2-digit numbers, so we have a small video, and these videos are very short videos. They are not very long videos of 10 minutes, 20 minutes, which will take up your teaching time of 30 minutes. Okay, so it's only 2 to 3 minutes, maximum 5 to 7 minutes of videos which the teacher can actually use it directly in the classes for teaching different concepts. Then there are some projects also under this resources. Then you have the question bank and the lesson plans, worksheets. With all these resources, you can use it in your classes with the help of the app. Then obviously, we do believe we don't work in silos, obviously. We have a very small team working at Bharti Airtel Foundation. So we believe in collaboration. We work with a lot of partners, and these are all our partners. We have partners for courses, learning bites, podcast. We have all the webinars with the help of experts. So then we have teaching kits where we have the Tic Tac and the Khan Academy videos. Then we have partnered with all of them for different resources. So these are all the collaborations that we have for the content that we provide you with the help of our app, and we make sure that the content is all you can say is as per the real scenarios. It will be helpful for you, and that's the reason you can see one collaboration with Storycal, which is actually a collaboration with Ms. Jayashree Sethi. She provides a lot of insights for how to build life skills through stories, different content through stories, and we have a lot of videos of her also on the app. Then obviously we have a lot of state partnership with different states. The one which we had recently was the capacity building program with the Directorate of School Education Jammu, which started in May and continued for more than 3 months and got culminated in the month of July. So this was this capacity building program focused on FLN and focused on the pedagogy with a focus on FLN, and this program focus was actually to for the classroom management techniques and foundational learning and emerging trends of education. So we provided them an academic journey with the help of 4 courses, webinars, assessments, events, and competition, and it was taken up in a phase manner. So this was the learning trajectory that they had. Started on 14th of May, where we had the inauguration. These events were not all offline, but the first event was the offline, and then later on it were all online modes that were there. So the webinar, and along with the webinar, the participants were supposed to take up the 2 courses that we suggested. Then they had another webinar with an webinar, then the 3rd webinar, along with that again 2 courses. And for these courses, there were special assessments that were made for the teachers to complete and get the certifications. Then after the 5 webinars, there was a final convoke event that happened in July, and the event got completed with this impact that you can see. And not only this was the phase 1 of the event, now we are in touch. We are already in the process of launching the phase 2 of this particular event. You can see, sorry. You can see the program gallery. We started with the event. There were a lot of events that were conducted, activities, and then finally the event got completed. This is for all of you. Obviously, you can see a lot of courses that is there on the app, but thank you. Thank you so much. So you can see the list of courses that is there. These are very few courses which we are suggesting you to take it up as a pre-service teachers, because all of you are pre-service teachers. So we have hundreds of courses. Obviously, you also do not have that much of time to go through the hundreds of courses in our app. But yes, as a beginner, you can go through these courses under the language category. So the language category, Hindi and English. So that you will find courses in Hindi also and in English also. Then you have the mathematics. Okay. You can note down these courses if you want. You can take the picture, or else I can just mail it to ma'am for this list of courses. These courses will obviously provide you with a you can say a guideline for maybe if it is sunne ka kaushal ek zaruri samajh. So what are the things that you need to take care when you are dealing with this particular learning objective in the class? If you are planning to teach Ankalan or early school mathematics, Prarambhik Kaksha mein Ganit, what are the things that needs to be focused on? You can actually go through this course. These courses are really very good courses and have been written and made with a lot of research and this you can research, and lot of things has gone into making this particular courses and making it available for all of you to be on the app. As ma'am said, there are already a lot of free apps which are being provided by NCERT and CBSE. We are also adding one to it, that is the teacher app, and we believe that this app will help you in providing you with the right knowledge, skill and attitude, which you can actually inculcate among yourself and that will help you in your teaching. So we believe that empowering teachers today with skills of tomorrow, their pace, their place and their path. So this is what is our belief, and I must say I'm not simply saying because I am promoting the app and I am actually a part of that team. I have myself a B.Ed, a trained teacher, worked in school for a few years. Then obviously that time I used to think I am lacking a lot of resources. There is a lot of because in our college I have done B.Ed from Regional Institute of Education Bhubaneswar, which is under NCERT again. So we were taught a lot of that you have to implement, you have to use a lot of TLMs, you have to make sure that the child understands, and we used to like spend days and nights in making the TLMs and taking for our teaching. So, but that time we were not having the internet or the technology with an ease as it is there right now. So when I also started teaching, I used to make my own presentations to make few topics of science or math and take the students to the lab to make them actually visualize that they understand the concept that I'm teaching to them. But during 2006, 7, 8, it was not that easy. Yes, of course, the internet was there, but the internet was not in our hands. Okay, and as ma'am said that the technology is there for you to use it rightfully. We should not be dependent on it. Again, we should use our mind, obviously, and then use it. We are providing you with some guidelines, with some courses, but at the end, you are the teachers, you are the ones who are going to implement it. So I believe that this will be a supporting hand for you on which you can rely on and help you with your ongoing journey. So with this, I conclude my presentation. In case if you have any doubts with respect to the app, navigation or anything that you are not able to find out, you can take your time go through the app for next 2-3 minutes and you can ask me your questions.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Maybe students must be downloading this app from that source. So just one thing I would like to add here, that in the panel, during the panel discussion, Mukta ma'am has highlighted some initiatives of NCERT, say Pathshala, Diksha, and yes, SWAM also was there. Teacher app is actually in addition to that, because I was attending this launch during that function. I was available, and Honorable Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan was also there, and new people were also there. Those who were not there might have missed this program. So you must have heard during that point also, during that launch function also, that this is going to be projected to the government, and they will add on this app in NCRT apps. So you better start using it now, so that again when you will go to Mukta ma'am for the recruitment, ma'am might not have very difficulty with you in getting these things updated. So strongly recommended to you to use all these platforms for your upskilling. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I really thank the Army Institute of Education for inviting us to give you an insight about the app that we have developed for you, and I'm sure you will be using it and giving us your relevant feedback. So there is a support email ID and the number also that is there, on which you can give your feedbacks about any courses or any resources that you are using from the app, and we would actually like to view your suggestion to upgrade ourselves also. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the warm welcome.
Anyone has any doubts about the app? Yes. Anyone is having any query? How many of you have downloaded it? Yes, please raise. Now I should see the increase. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for introducing us with the app. The features were really fascinating. Moving ahead, in honor of our nation's pride and unity, we now request everyone to raise for the playing of the national anthem. Let us all stand in reverence as we pay our respect to the spirit of our country.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाए तब जय गाथा जय गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and participants, thank you for your continued enthusiasm and engagement. We are pleased to announce you that the teaching learning material exhibition showcasing the outstanding work of our student teachers will commence in just a few moments. Before we proceed with the exhibition, we would like to request all our distinguished guests and faculty members to kindly assemble for a group photograph. In the meantime, we request all our student teachers to make their way to the exhibition area and ensure that their exhibits are ready to be showcased.
Ready?
Yes, thank you so much.